Ding, da, da, da.
Ding, da, da, da.
We're in a car, we're getting pulled over.
Ding, da, da, da. Yeah. All right. Hey, DeMarco Farr's in studio. Bergie's in the house. Funchy Lava is here. Lil D, he's usually Big D, but he's Lil D.
Why little today?
Because
I'm here.
DeMarco's here.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
that
Big
makes sense.
D.
When
Lil
DeMarco's
D.
here, he's Big D.
Senior D.
Lil
Junior
D.
D.
Right.
Yes.
Becomes Lil D. You know? Yeah. DeAndre's Big D when there's no DeMarco.
I think it's up to like 40%. He's starting to hate it.
Yeah.
It's starting to rise up.
Well, what a day we've had here today. You know, it started off really early this morning, the news of Jerry West, 86 years old. Can I just say something like 86? I'll sign up for that, right? 86 years old?
Yes, sir.
That's fine.
And you know what's amazing is at 86 years old, when you think about what this gentleman accomplished in his life, and I know we've been talking about it all day on the air, but you know what? This guy was a legendary player. Everybody calls him the logo. We all understand why. This guy was an even more legendary executive and just all around, lovable guy. Listen, don't get me wrong. I mean, people have told stories about, how he could be a tough guy, But like, it's a sad day, but what an incredible life that Jerry West lived. And Bergie, I heard you earlier this morning with Travis. You guys did a great job kind of telling that story and, being an LA native and a lifelong Laker fan. All these hours later, give me where you're at.
So it's still kind of a shock. As much as we've been listening to it all day long, since 9 o'clock this morning. I've been talking about this, but it's because of what he meant to this game, what he meant to the city, what he meant to the Lakers in general. I mean, you have to think about it. Like, this guy has been in NBA relevancy since the 60s. Wow. So 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s. He has been massively important, involved in the game itself. And for me specifically, it's just, Kobe and Shaq was what got a lot of people my age to really love Laker basketball, but it was before that, and it's what he did. I got into Lakers basketball around the time when he signed Nick Van Exel out of Cincinnati.
Van Exel.
That team is what made Lakers basketball important to me. I was alive during the Showtime era, but I was like 5. Like, it wasn't really the biggest thing. That's
kind of a shot.
Biggest deal, yeah.
That's kind of a shot, right, Cap? He was a little bit.
Why is it a shot? It's not a shot at you. No, it's
a little bit of a shot.
It's because I wasn't
That's a big
watching
time in
it.
my life. But go ahead.
I was watching it, but I wasn't. I don't remember it.
I know.
I remember Nick Van Exel and Sedale Threatt and George Lynch and Cedric Ceballos and Vlade Divac and Eldon Campbell and those types of teams. They didn't win anything. They made it to the playoffs, but they made the game exciting and fun, and why I loved the Lakers and the NBA in general. And he built all that. It's amazing when you think about it, Cap, that he built the Showtime Lakers. Right. He built those Lakers. He built the Shaq and Kobe Lakers and kept going into Memphis with the Marc Gasol and Pau Gasol years, and then went up into Golden State and built that dynasty, and then built what's down here for the Clippers now. Anything he touches was important.
That's why I was like shocked when John told the story about Phil throwing him out.
Yeah.
How do you tell Jerry West to leave a room? Well, he didn't say it, but I'm just saying, like, how the guy walks in with that kind of an acumen, and you don't want to. I'd listen to anything the guy had to say.
Right, and really, when you think about like what I'll call like a squiggly line, it wasn't just straight from the 1970s where he was this champion to today where he died and everything worked out perfectly and smoothly. I mean, asking John Ireland about why did he leave the Lakers, and Jerry West essentially saying, look, you cannot hire a guy like Phil Jackson and have two of us here. Yeah. Phil Jackson came to the Lakers and he was already a legend. He'd already coached all those Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Tony Kukoc Bulls teams to 6 championships. He'd already done all of that. And while Jerry West had this incredible resume, you couldn't have both of them necessarily.
I wonder if he knew, like, if you hire Phil, I'm gone. And that's the right hire to hire Phil. But if you hire the guy, I'm going to be gone.
And that's how it was. If you do something that he didn't want, because they're both massively alpha personalities, he was very much that way. If you do this, I'm not sticking around, and I'm going to go somewhere else. And he did, and he went to Memphis.
Even if it's the right move.
And like even today, the Lakers put out a very classy statement about, what Jerry West has meant to their franchise and the history of the franchise. But really, again, it wasn't all smooth because after leaving the Lakers and going on to all this other success that he had, remember, he's been with the Clippers for the last however many years it's been.
2017.
His season tickets, the seats that were the seats that were given to him, as I recall the story going, by Dr. Bus, were revoked essentially. He didn't have his Laker tickets anymore, and the relationship with the Lakers. This is not the Lakers saying it. This is Jerry West saying it. I mean, anybody can Google this stuff today and find out that Jerry West did interviews where he talked about one of his biggest regrets is how the relationship with the Lakers ended.
What did Batman say? You live long enough to be the villain?
Yeah, at some point. Yeah.
Once you're the hero, you live long enough, you become the villain. I guess at some point it had to happen, because if not, he'd still be here. You know what I mean?
Right. He lived a very complicated life. He was a complicated person. He had a really rough childhood and was able to get through it and stuck into basketball. And it was sad, Cappy. It was sad that it never worked out between the Laker brass and with Jerry West.
Or it fell out, because it did work out.
But at some point, you can't think about the Lakers in any era without thinking about Jerry West.
Take it a step further.
Except for this one.
Well, you still think about
really?
it.
Really? No.
He's still the logo. He still was the creator of things. He still has a statue outside of crypto.
But he's not in charge of what's going on right now. That's what I mean. Right.
Well, yeah, and if he was in charge of what was going on right now, things might be a whole lot different than they are.
You might have Dan Hurley.
Yeah. I think the other thing is that complicated is right. Through all of his success, I think people forget that he talked openly about mental health issues.
Did he really?
Oh, yeah. He had a lot of clinical depression issues,
I didn't know that. Wow.
Talked openly about it.
Openly about it. Before it was... Before people talked about it,
And then I think, just kind of as we get to here where we are today, 86 years old, and he passes comfortably with family around him as the story goes. You think about, in the last couple of years, other than, dealing with the Clippers, what do you think about? I think about the show Winning Time. And the way he was portrayed in Winning Time, and the fact that he didn't like the way he was portrayed, and sort of intimated that he was planning on suing the production because he didn't like the way he was portrayed.
That's the last I heard from Jerry West.
It is interesting. It is complicated. And you talk about the history of the Lakers. How about the history of the NBA? You cannot have a conversation about the history of the NBA and not have Jerry West prominently featured in that conversation.
At any point. There's not one point in time when you can't. Because he was a part of a ton of finals. He went to, I don't know exactly
9?
how many. Yeah, it was he went and he lost in the finals over and over and over again.
I think he went to 9-1-1.
He got one in the 71-72 season.
Right.
But for the most part, he would lose, and he'd lose to the Celtics consistently. So every single part of it.
Yeah.
Everybody did.
Who didn't
exactly.
Back then? Right.
But the fact is that no matter what you think about, he touched all the greatness in every decade.
And, for all the talk about where else he was successful, and I think that his Clippers stint has been successful because the Clippers have become more relevant than ever before. They attract big star players. Now they're getting their own new arena. They've got one of the better owners, right? So Clippers, I'll check that box. Success, not championship, but success. Golden State, certainly a success. Memphis is where he went right after he left the Lakers.
Success. They went to Western Conference Finals. They were consistently good at some of the best defensive teams.
Yeah, I mean, the guy had this incredibly successful career. You might argue that he was, because I certainly wasn't watching him as a kid because it was before my time.
Learned about him backwards.
Right.
This guy played basketball. He was good.
Yeah.
He's the logo? Oh, no way.
Yeah.
You think of him, we all think of him as an executive, right? Because we never see him play. But then you think back to what he did as a player and as an Olympic champion in 1960. You know that he's in the Hall of Fame 3 separate times?
He's 3 times
as a player, as
executive
on the 1960 Olympic team, and also as a contributor.
Wow,
3 different times he's in the Hall of Fame.
Incredible,
I know. It really was an incredible life, and 86 years old. I got to just say, listen, it's sad when somebody passes, right? But 86 years old is an amazing life, especially with everything that this gentleman Jerry West contributed. In so many different ways, a player, a champion, a 14-time All-Star, an executive, an 8-time NBA champion, a 2-time Executive of the Year. Those are the sports accolades, but those aren't the human accolades of who he was. And 86 years, amazing.
There shouldn't be anything left on your bucket list at 86, right?
Yeah, he did it all.
You should have done everything by 86.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, he pretty much, has for the most part. But it's all based around basketball too.
Yeah,
he lived and breathed basketball.
I was talking about you at 86. By 86, you should have done everything: zip lining, bungee cord, everything.
But just think about this. Here's tonight, and I heard you guys talk about this earlier today. Here it is tonight. The Boston Celtics are up 2-0 in the NBA championship, right? And the Lakers, not Jerry West, the Lakers organization has stolen the headlines from their greatest championship rival. They stole the headlines last week when it was announced that Dan Hurley was going to be interviewed, or that he was their top candidate. Then they stole the headlines again when, what's he going to do? Is he going to take the job? They stole the headlines again when he decided not to take the job, right? The NBA Finals have been dominated by the story of the Lakers. And
now.
And here we are. Yeah. Here we are, Game 3 tonight.
Yeah.
And rather than the NBA world talking about Porzingis and his leg and whether or not he's going to be able to play, the world of basketball is talking about Jerry West, who is most associated with the Lakers. The Lakers have stolen the headlines from the Celtics yet again.
Easy steal, though.
But it's just fitting, right? Like for Jerry West, who hated the Celtics probably more than anybody else. Like he lost to enough times. He just absolutely hated them, the F Boston, that whole deal. But for him to steal the headlines one more time, it's just fitting.
All right, let's find out how the NBA world is reacting, because our man George Sedano is in Dallas for Game 3. He's going to be on the call tonight of the national radio broadcast on ESPN Radio. You'll hear it here on 710. George will be on the sidelines. He's down there. He's on the floor, and he's got reaction to what people are telling him. Sedano joins us next. This is Sedano and Cap on 710 ESPN.
Remembering
All right, everybody. Hey, it's Sedano and Cap. DeMarco is in for Sedano. We got Funchy Lova in the house. We got Lil D here today. And George Sedano is calling tonight's game on ESPN Radio. And I say calling it. He'll be working the sidelines. You'll hear that game tonight here at 5:30. And George is down in Dallas, and he's courtside. And when we spoke earlier today, he said, hey, I'm going to come to the show, and I'll tell you what everybody's talking about. Because yet again, as I mentioned, the Lakers have stolen the headlines. Not necessarily good news with Jerry West passing, but still have taken the headlines from the Celtics 3 games in. All right, here's George DeMarco. George, good afternoon.
Hi, guys.
How are you, man?
I'm okay. I'm a little sad, I got to be honest with you. You know, we lose Bill Walton, a week or so ago. Now we lose Jerry West. It's just, it's tough. I got to be honest with you.
It is tough, and I told you that the Bill Walton thing had hit me like a brick because Bill Walton was only 71. Bill Walton was full of life. Bill Walton was living life, and most people didn't know Bill Walton was even sick. So it kind of just happened from out of nowhere. George, Jerry West, 86 years old, and we should all live to be 86, number one. And if we do, could we be lucky to be like 10% as accomplished as what Jerry West was? What is the reaction, I'm curious, down in Dallas amongst all of the NBA people who were there, part of the traveling finals?
Yeah, I think similarly. I think people are saddened, and I didn't know that he was sick. I saw him. I want to say I saw him towards the end of the regular season, if I recall correctly, or sometime during the season at a Clipper game, which obviously he was still consulting for them. And he looked great. He looked like Jerry. You know what I mean? So I think that this came as a bit of a surprise. I didn't know if he what he passed of, and I don't believe there's been any news in regards to that either. But I think that everyone you talk to has a Jerry West story, right? Because he made himself so available to people. And I remember kind of having him on the show at different iterations and just talking to him, or whether it was at a game, just quickly just chatting him up, and just always such a easy person to talk basketball with. And the guy was always locked in, man. Like when it came to the game, if you asked him an opinion about a player, a game that just may have happened, or a play even, he definitely had a strong opinion about that. And it's just what made him, part of what made him great.
See, that's the most fascinating part for me is they were talking about his eras. From the 60s on, he's been involved and very good at this thing called basketball. And I wonder where that comes from, where that knowledge of hoop, and how did he know to put these guys together and just have that sort of wisdom to be that good for that long?
Yeah, I mean, listen, you talk about, you can't tell the story about professional basketball without Jerry West. I mean, he's the logo for a reason, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that when you look at him as a player, he was Mr. Clutch, literally. That's why they called him, and that's why he became the logo. Which, by the way, he did not love that part of it. You know what I'm saying? He actually, I believe, one time petitioned people to try to get himself removed from being the logo, if I recall correctly. The guy did not like credit. He was just a competitor at the highest levels, and for people that didn't, and I obviously didn't watch him play live, but I watched a lot of those games back over the years. You can find a lot of that stuff on YouTube. I mean, you want to talk about Steph Curry and Dame Lillard and these guys hitting shots from 25, 30 feet. I mean, before those guys, it was Jerry West doing that. There just wasn't a three-point line, back then. So, I mean, what he was able to do as a player, and then, so a Hall of Fame player. I mean, he's the only player to ever win a Finals MVP on the losing side.
That's right. The most amazing thing ever.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. In 1969, and then, the following year they were able to play the Knicks and take care of business after all the years of falling short against the Celtics. And then a Hall of Fame career, to your point, DeMarco, as an architect, and what he was able to do, and it's funny because I remember having this conversation, and I know that he's put out a statement today with Pat Riley about just kind of what Jerry West meant to him. I mean, that was his mentor in every way, shape, or form. From when Pat was a player, and, Pat as a college player was one of the best ever, much like Jerry, but as an NBA player, he was a role player, and he was just scrapping to stay on the teams. And Jerry was the guy that, was his closest confidant. And, Pat helped Jerry by, practicing as hard as he could and, keeping Jerry sharp, for the seasons. And then, Jerry obviously took a liking to Pat in a big way because Pat Riley's career never happens without Jerry West. Pat's told the story before about how after his basketball playing days, he was just a beach bum, like here there in Southern California. I'm in Dallas, obviously, playing volleyball and whatnot. And it was Jerry that convinced him to get back, into basketball. And he was the traveling secretary, as we know, and a broadcaster with Chick Hearn for a while. But then obviously, pushed him into coaching. And then there's the famous press conference where Dr. Buss, named him and Jerry co-head coaches, and then Jerry looked at him and said, "You're the bleeping coach." So, it just, I know Pat, adores him, and I can imagine. I haven't spoken to Pat today, but I know he put out a statement talking about how long he was crying before he was able to put the words together. So. I know it's a very sad day for a lot of people because he touched a lot of people. Like, it wasn't just that generation, like the Pat Rileys, who's only, 7 years younger than him. I know LeBron had a relationship with him. I know a lot of players, clearly all the Warriors players had relationships with him, the Clippers players. A lot of the contemporary guys had deep relationships with Jerry West because he was still so heavily involved in the game. And as I mentioned, watching games on a very regular basis and giving his thoughts on games on a very regular basis.
All right, we got Sedano and Cap here on 710 tonight. It's Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Sedano is with us from down in Dallas. He'll be part of the broadcast on the national radio ESPN call of the game. You'll hear it here coming up tonight at 5:30. So, George, I know we could talk about Jerry West all day long, and the station has been doing that all day long. So I just want to get, while you're down there, any word, like what's the latest on Porzingis? Because I hear from like these injury analyst guys, and they're like, do not expect to see this guy based on his injury back in these finals.
Man.
Yeah. So what can you tell us about tonight? What do you got?
Well, the Porzingis thing is the biggest key. You know what I'm saying? Like that, to me, if he plays. Now, I think Dallas can win today even if he does play. And I thought that even if he was 100%, I thought they would be able to get Game 3 here just because I think when the series shifts, we see role players play better at home. And so I thought they were going to get this game. If he doesn't play, I think it's a game changer. I think there's a real chance we go back to Boston 2-2 because he's been that important to what they can do, particularly against this Dallas team and the way that they're constructed. So I am genuinely curious to see how this plays out tonight. Now, I could be 100% wrong, but I feel like Dallas gets one back today.
What was your prediction? Boston and
I did not make a prediction on paper because I don't like to do that.
But you said Boston. Boston, right? Yeah.
Right, Boston. I had Boston winning in 6 games.
In 6, okay.
On the air. That's what I said on the air. But I don't like to put it on like ESPN.com when I'm covering a series because I've told this to Cappy. He thinks I'm an idiot. But the reality is I just don't need the nonsense from like fans.
You think
when
he's
I'm
an
walking
idiot?
around.
No, it's just that most times when broadcasters are calling a particular game, they don't make a prediction on the game. And in this case, George is doing the series. So if he puts out a prediction as to what he thinks as somebody who fans will say, oh, well, you're biased. Or you have a rooting interest. You know what I mean? So more often than not, you ask a broadcaster, you say to Chris Collinsworth, who's going to win this game tonight? He's like, I'm not going to tell you who I think's going to win the game. I tell you who I think, has the advantage this way or that way.
Right.
But, so
you'd make a prediction.
Oh, me, I don't care. I make the prediction all day long. Yeah, wow. I don't care. My prediction is this. We need this thing to end before Game 7 because if this thing doesn't end before Game 7, my man Sedano here doesn't make it back for the Mandy's.
Oh, come on. You'll be here. Get a PJ.
Well, we'll see.
Get a private jet.
Okay.
Boy, you had to see me last night. Me, Big D, well, now Little D, and Funchy Lova and Beto. We were walking around downtown L.A. I saw so many great outfits that I could get for the Mandy's.
Nice.
At these suit shops down in the Fashion District. Oh, my God. I'm still going back down there. I want that white one with the vest.
The bedazzled?
With no shirt, with all the jewels all over.
How many buttons? 12 buttons?
I don't know how many buttons it is. You got your suit already ready to go?
I got a nice 2-button ready. I'm ready to go. Yeah.
Hey.
It's being embroidered right now. Yeah. Some
all
stuff.
Right. Nice. Very nice. So, George, just what's going on? Like, give me you know me, I like you to set the scene. Paint it.
Okay. So right across from me, I am going to be seated tonight right behind the scorer's table. So when guys check in, and I'm probably closer to the Boston bench. So when guys check in, if they zero in on guys checking in, you'll see me right behind them.
All right.
Okay.
And then across from me is the NBA TV set right now, and I see Chuck, I see Steve Smith, I see Grant Hill, So that's who's broadcasting. I don't know if they're on the air at the moment. I'm guessing not because I think they're just kind of hanging out, sitting there.
What color are you wearing?
Commercial break.
What color are you wearing?
I'm wearing a brown suit with a baby blue shirt and kind of like a peach-colored tie.
That should be easy to spot.
Yeah, bringing it all together.
There you go.
You
Should
know?
be easy to spot.
With some now you won't be able to see the shoes, but there's some Jordan 1 lows. They're white base with brown and baby blue.
You should
on
put
them.
your shoes on the desk. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't think that will go over well. To my left, I see. What do I see? I see a bunch of the Dallas. I see one Stephen A. Smith.
No.
I see Stephen A. Smith walking in front of me right now in one of the nicest suits I have ever seen in my entire life.
You can't miss him
Take a
with that
picture,
suit.
so maybe I'll
I can't
copy
explain
it.
what this man's suit is right
pink.
now.
Maybe
you
I'll
have
copy
no
it.
idea.
Yeah.
Come here, Stephen A. Come on. Hold on. Can we get closer? Get a mic for this
It's
man.
pink,
Hold on.
right?
Give Stephen
Yeah.
A. the mic. Hold
Stephen
on.
A.
See.
You're on the Sedano and Cap LA radio show right now. You're going to be jump on. I want you to describe what it is you're wearing right now. It is Scott Kaplan and DeMarco Farr in LA, your boy right here on the LA radio station, ESPN LA.
Stephen A.
What do you got? What are you wearing? Hold on. Is it not working?
Stephen A.
I don't hear Stephen A.
Hold on,
I heard him. I heard him
We're
back
getting
there.
The engineers are giving
I
him a
heard him back
microphone.
there.
All right.
Hang
Yeah.
back.
Are you all
Oh,
right?
you good.
There he
satisfied with
is.
this?
Yes, sir.
My
Mike,
man.
y'all sound good.
Yeah,
Yes.
Stephen A.
Oh,
What's
sound
going
right.
on, man?
What's happening?
This is like magenta, man.
Magenta?
It's like a magenta hot pink
Yeah.
Tom Ford suit.
Tom Ford.
Stephen A.
That's what this is.
You're my guy, man.
I'm
My
just
man.
doing what I do.
You my guy. Now, you guys can't. He can't hear you guys. So
That's
you have a
all right.
I
question?
can't hear y'all.
And
We
they-
can hear
but I
him.
know if y'all see me, y'all are like, damn.
So here's
this
what we
is
do.
kinda looking good right
Here's
now.
what we do. Take
I
a
feel
picture.
you on that.
Take a picture of me
I
and
feel you
Stephen
on
A.
that.
real quick, and then I'm going to send it to the crew in LA.
Let me see it.
Nice.
Hey, George, ask Stephen A. if
Wait,
I
wait,
could
what
borrow his
happened?
lavender suit that he was wearing the other night for the
Stephen A. wasn't
Mandy's.
looking up.
I think he might be a bit
Wait,
taller.
look what's going on. You see, this is why we bring Sedano on
Yeah.
from down there. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So here comes Stephen A. He shows up in a magenta suit.
Thank you, Stephen A.
Okay.
Great to see you.
Love it.
Okay.
Love it.
So there you go. So you wanted me to describe what's in front of
Yes.
me, and I told you,
Hey,
Stephen A.
pink-
Smith.
Yeah.
Tom
it is.
Ford suit.
Magenta.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Magenta.
Yeah, magenta.
Magenta.
Beautiful, George.
Wow.
Beautiful. That was quite an interview we just did with Stephen A.
I love it.
That was really
Yes,
good.
sir.
That was
He can't hear
quality.
you. He didn't have a headset.
I
That's all right.
understand that.
Yes.
I got that. We don't want to mess up his hair either. you
No,
know?
not at all. Don't touch the flow. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
See, George, that's good work by you, buddy. That is why you are embedded. Boots on the ground. Okay? Nice work.
There you go.
Very,
I will
very
send
nice.
this to you in the group chat here.
Okay, let me
Stand
take
by.
a look.
Love it.
All right, hold on.
Stand by.
Let's see here. Let's take a
Am
look
I
at
in that
this.
group chat? Make sure I get one.
I don't think you are,
I don't
but
think
I
I
will
am.
send you a
Yeah.
picture.
Put me in there.
Why,
Yeah,
did you
yeah.
leave the group chat like
I was
Beto
never
did?
in that group chat.
really?
There's two different group chats.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of group chats.
Yeah. George is Phil Jackson. I'm Jerry West. He's asking me to leave.
Oh,
See?
wow.
Yeah, I'm not in the group
Wow.
chat. Yeah.
Oh, what a suit.
Put me in the group chat, George.
What
Come on.
a suit by Stephen A.
Is it rocking?
Oh, my God.
You
Look
see?
how hot that is.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
That is my man right
Come
there.
on.
Well, hey, what he say? Y'all be like, damn, that
I know.
brother fly right
That's
there.
hot
Yeah,
right there.
that brother
Yes,
is
sir.
fly. Yeah. That's a good-looking suit. You know, that's the kind of suit I should wear to the Mandy's.
Can you pull that off?
Oh, hell's to
I'm
the
not sure
yeah.
if you can pull that
Oh,
off.
I'll tell you right now, I wear that suit with no shirt.
Wait, are you talking about the one George is wearing or the one Stephen A
I'm
is
not
wearing?
wearing that square that George is wearing. I'm wearing Stephen A.
You're gonna wear
flavor.
Stephen A's? Okay.
I got to look fly.
I like it.
That's right.
Okay?
Lil D, you? Yeah?
I can pull that off.
Can you wear that to a job interview? That suit? No. You wear that after you get the job, right? Yeah. right.
All right, George, we'll have a great broadcast tonight.
Yes, sir.
Oh, am I done? Okay.
No. Hey, I got one question. You said Dallas
Yeah.
might win, and you said role players, right? My question was Dallas was going to win how? That was my question. How does Dallas beat Boston? Go ahead.
I just think role players play better at home, and their role players have not played great. And I think Kyrie figures some stuff out today. Like
That's
he's been
the
holding
word.
on to
Okay.
he's been holding on to the ball too long, and I think that he needs to get the ball moving to get it back. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like. And I think he needs to stop. They need to stop him and Luka going one-on-one so much, trusting their guys, making sure that they'll get the ball back, and make the Celtics defense rotate because those guys are just kind of sitting there, and then they're just waiting for him like as they try to attack the paint.
And if, assuming that Porzingis is not going to play, are you going to make that assumption, or are you still holding out like some thought on this.
If I had to, I don't know this. This is completely reckless speculation. As I know you enjoy when I recklessly speculate.
I love it.
I believe that he will. I think he's going to try to play. But Joe Mazzulla said they're going to take it out of his hands. And usually when the coach says that, it usually means that he's probably not going to play.
Yeah. I just don't think so. Again, I'm only going by reading from medical analysts, people who look at the injuries, they know the diagnosis of the injury, and then they know what the player needs to do or what it's going to do to the body. And like all these medical analysts that I've been reading today are like, forget it, he's out. In fact, George, we're just getting a report now that Porzingis is being ruled out.
Is that real? For real?
That just happened?
Funchy Lovett, tell me.
Yes, Bergman just came in running to the studio to tell me this.
Porzingis is out.
Right, he's out of breath, George. He's out of breath from his office to the studio. 14 steps, kid's out of breath.
Okay.
Come on, Bergie, get yourself in shape, man.
Wow, it's not that far. Come on.
Got the softball game coming up too, man.
Yeah, really. Right. All right, George, there you go. Information on the fly. How about that? You gave us Stephen A. We gave you the Porzingis news.
Right there.
Okay, well, there you go. So Porzingis out. I definitely like Dallas today.
All right, you know what? I'm going to get on Prize Picks here real soon.
Right now, look at you. I was going to say.
Real soon,
I'm
going to
change the numbers.
Picks. Yes, I am. I'm getting on Prize Picks real soon. George, have a great broadcast. We'll all be listening.
See you, brother.
All right. See you guys.
All right, George Sedano, courtside in Dallas, catching up to Stephen A. and finding out about Porzingis' injury. All right, we got a lot more to get to. Obviously, the lead story today, Jerry West. And we will get back to some of that. And there is a lot of other stuff coming up. Because, DeMarco, I have to tell you that last night, me, Beto, Funchy, and Lil D went on a downtown L.A. taco tour.
No way.
Yes, sir. Tell you all about it coming up. Hey, I also want to talk to all the young guys out there. California Cryobank is looking for young, healthy men. Like these guys right here. Look at these young, healthy guys right here, DeMarco. All the new interns, young and healthy. And then here comes somebody from the sales team, old and relatively healthy. California Cryobank is looking for healthy young men ages 19 to 38 to be sperm donors. You must be able to work in the United States, obviously, and you can make up to $1,500 a month. And here's the reason you would do this. Not just because you want to make the money, even though the money's great. Rent is expensive. Your car is expensive. Gas is expensive. Food is expensive. It's rough out there. I get it. $1,500 a month is real money. But the main reason why you would want to do this beyond the money is you want to help other people create the family of their dreams. Not everybody just does what you do, and then 9 months later, here comes a baby. For a lot of people, it's very hard. There could be medical issues, and they can't have a baby, but guess what? You can help them. All you have to do is apply at spermbank.com. Apply for the California Cryobank at spermbank.com.
Remembering Jerry West all day today on the home of Lakers basketball, 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, John Ireland here. To build a winning team, you have to have
Past 86 years old. What a life. What an incredible human being. And from player to executive, champion, Hall of Famer. I mean, all of the things that he accomplished in his life, truly incredible.
You had every right to be a jerk with all those accomplishments. Really. I mean, think about it. Lesser people have been more of a jerk. Jerry West had the right to be the biggest you-know-what in the world, and he wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
And you want to? Let me tell you a quick story. This is my Jerry West story.
Yeah.
So this is, and by the way, this is one of these stories that's going to remind everybody who's listening. When you have something you really want to do, or you have somebody you really want to see, somebody you want to visit, somebody you want to call, just go do it. I'm not going to preach all day, but I will tell you this, and I've been saying it on the air for the last 2 weeks. Ever since Bill Walton's passing, okay, it's been bothering me, that I didn't, call Bill in the last 2 months, or I didn't know that he was sick, or that he was so young. I mean, he was only 71 years old, right?
Correct.
And so here's this is an amazing story. So Jerry West, besides like everything that you know about Jerry West as an executive and as a player and everything else, you know what Jerry West loved to do in his personal time? Like what his hobby was, something he was super passionate about?
Free throws. What?
No, you ready for this?
What?
He loved deep sea fishing.
No way.
Jerry West
We got that in common.
Loved deep sea fishing.
Yeah.
So I have a friend of mine, and this guy, he was this gentleman, his name is John Freeze. And
the quarterback?
No, not different John Freeze.
Okay,
That's This guy, John Freeze, he was Tony Hawk in the 1960s.
Oh, what? Yeah.
He was like Tony Hawk before skateboarding was what it turned into.
Innovator, okay.
In the 80s. He was Tony Hawk in the 60s, right?
Yeah.
He's in the Skateboarding Hall of Fame for, anybody who takes that as understanding. He's in the Hall of Fame. He's that.
2 E's, Z-E? Freeze?
I don't know.
Okay, never mind. Go ahead. Yeah.
So anyway, so John Freeze, a buddy of mine, and he would say to me, he goes, "Hey, Kaplan, you like fishing, don't you?" I go, "Yeah, man, I love being out on the boat. I love being out on the water. I grew up fishing. I love to fish, man. I'd love to go with you fishing." And he'd say to me, he said, "Well, you know who I take fishing all the time?" I go, "No, tell me." He goes, "Jerry West." I go, "Wait, hold on. You mean like the Jerry West? You take Jerry West fishing with you?" He's like, "Yeah, all the time. Jerry will call me and go, 'Hey, Freeze, got time? Let's go fishing.'" And I'm like, "Just the two of you guys?" And he's like, "Yeah, just me and Jerry." And I'm like, on like a big boat, like 60, 70 footer,
Freeze's
captain.
got the boat, or they'd run a boat together?
No, Freeze has the boat.
Has the boat,
Because
okay.
Freeze is one of these guys that in his background, he was a pilot, and he would like do like scouting where, they're big fishing boats. And they're looking for fish from up in the air. Plus he has his own boat.
Man of the ocean.
Right,
Yeah.
but not like some monster fishing boat with a captain and, hand guys, they're baiting for you. I mean, it's just him.
Yeah.
Right? So he goes, "Why don't you come fishing with me and Jerry West?" And I'm like, "Whoa, hold on." I'm like, "Wait, so me, you, and Jerry West on like a 30-foot boat out fishing, hanging out, just being dudes?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, let's go." And so I must have been invited, and I was very lucky to be invited.
Please tell me you went.
I never went.
Oh, my God. How could you not go to that?
I know, but this is my point. This is what I'm trying to say to you, is that we all spend our lives, we're so freaking busy. I'm working. I got kids. I got this going on.
What could be more important than going fishing with Jerry West?
And if I were smart, and I had just an ounce of consciousness, and I could just pump on the brakes of life for a second, what I would have done is I would have gone, "Hey, I'm taking the day off. I'm taking a personal day." Or I'd have done what everybody else in America does. I'd have called my boss in the morning, told him I'm sick, and then I'd have gone out fishing with Jerry West, right? So I never did it. I never went fishing with my buddy John Freeze, the skateboarding Hall of Famer, who used to take Jerry West fishing all the time. So here's the rest of the story.
That's called regret, by the way.
Big time.
Horrible.
Huge.
That's
huge.
terrible.
Right.
Yeah.
I know. I'm
You'll
working,
never live that down.
I'm working myself to death.
Yeah.
Like why don't I take a break?
You got to put that on the tombstone.
Right. Should have gone fishing with Jerry West.
Right there. Yeah.
So this is amazing. So 4 years ago, DeMarco, I'm here at 710. It's probably like, I'd say June, July. I got to go back and look at the exact
4 years
date.
ago?
4 years ago.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
Almost 4 years to right now. I mean, it's pretty darn close. D, do you know the date on this?
July 10th.
July 10th. Okay.
Yeah.
So 4 years ago.
Almost 4 years, yeah.
Almost exactly 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I got this call from 710, and they said, hey, would you fill in for 2 weeks and do our midday show? And at that time, I was like, yeah, I got nothing going on. It's, it's middle of COVID, and my radio station had gone off the air, in March of 19. So I was kind of waiting around to figure out what I was going to do. So I signed this quote-unquote 10-day contract to 710.
You're a 10-day player.
And I'm that's it. And I'm going to have 5 days week 1, 5 days week 2. And the whole time I'm saying to myself, well, I really want to impress these guys. I want to show them, I got relationships and I know people and so on and so forth. So I call my buddy Freeze, the guy who always invites me to go fishing with him and Jerry West.
Yeah.
And I say, hey, Freeze, I know this is probably a lot to ask, but you'd be doing me a huge favor, and Jerry West would be doing me a huge favor. Would you call Jerry for me and tell Jerry that I want to have him on 710? It's the Lakers station, even though he's with the Clippers.
Yeah.
But, he's a...
Wait a minute. You turned Jerry West down and then called him to come on the show with you.
Correct.
Oh, my God. You got some stones. Go
I know,
ahead.
right?
Yeah, big time.
Here I was.
I love it.
I was like so blessed to be invited to go fishing with my boy Freeze and Jerry West, and of course I never took them up.
You big timed them. Yeah.
So I call Freeze. I go, Freeze, can you do me a favor? I go, please ask Jerry West to come on with me. It'll help me out. It'll make me look good. It's a big feather in my cap. Will you do that for me? Yeah, of course. I mean, because I have to say, yo, are you close enough with him? Like, you're fishing with him.
Yeah.
It's just the two of you guys. You got to be close enough with him.
So you ask, and he says, sure, like no big deal.
He says, not a problem. Jerry West right now.
Freeze is dialed in.
So Freeze calls Jerry West, and he says, Jerry, my boy Kaplan, he's going to be on 710 for the next 2 weeks, and, he'd really appreciate it if you would be willing to come on the air with him. And Jerry, an angel, says, absolutely, be my pleasure.
Freeze made it happen.
Be my
for
pleasure
you.
to do it. Right.
Nice.
So this morning, when all of this happened, I sent a text to everybody and I said, do you guys think that the interview I did with Jerry 4 years ago, do you guys think that we have it somewhere, like stored on some server or something? Everybody's like, oh, no, we don't have that. We don't have that. Well, it turns out that Carlo, who runs kind of our social program here,
Yeah.
I don't mean social as in like social worker. I mean like social media.
Social media.
Right.
Gotcha.
He found it somewhere.
No way.
I don't know where he found
Carlo.
it. So
Yeah.
Big D went in and listened to it. He said it was about 16 minutes long.
You found it? Like, really? You have it? Wow.
I have it. I cut up 2 clips from it that I thought that was really.
This isn't going to be
really
eerie?
good.
I don't know. Is it eerie?
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, but go ahead.
Because I literally have no idea what he cut out. What was, because at the time, you got to understand, this is July of 2020.
Yeah.
So what's going on is the world is shut down.
We're in COVID.
Right.
That's right. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Has the bubble started at this point? I'm trying to remember if the bubble...
July 2020.
The bubble was getting ready to start because in that interview, you asked him about Kawhi Leonard and how come he didn't travel with them to
Yeah.
Orlando.
Okay, the world was changing. Okay. Yeah.
So this is COVID. This is July 10th.
This is going to be good.
2020.
Yeah.
And Jerry West comes on with me while I'm doing like a 2-week, I don't know, I guess it was a fill-in / a tryout, right?
10-day contract.
Right. Here we are 4 years later, and Big D pulled out 2 sound bites. What are we going to hear?
So the first one I'm going to play is that you asked him a great question as far as him being a Clippers consultant and knowing his history with the Lakers. So pretty much he kind of talks about how it is in that transition.
Oh,
so
wow.
Here comes that first.
Hey, Jerry, I think you're bringing up such a fascinating point. I really do. With your career as decorated and your resume as littered with championships, all with the Laker organization, at this stage of your career to be working for the Clipper organization, is that strange in any way?
Not really. As I say, I think in this league, you do things that, number one, that I think inspire you but encourage you. And Mr. Ballmer is just about as good as it ever has gotten in my life. He's a wonderful person, but more importantly, he is a fan. And my years with the Lakers, of course, were filled with incredible things, great relationship with Jerry Buss. And after I left, obviously I wasn't back there anymore in my life. And going to Memphis and having 5 years down there was probably the most fun I've had because of the completely different kind of a challenge. And then secondly, being involved with the Warriors to watch that Warriors really, prosper and win world championships. And now here with the Clippers, which will be the last stop of my life, it's fun to be with people who are committed people and to have an owner like him.
I just got sad, man.
Yeah,
I just got sad.
How about that? How about, hey, the Clippers, this is the last job of my life.
I just got sad.
Yeah. And
thanks.
And also, how about the other part of it? Here's Jerry West. You said that Jerry West could have afforded to be a jerk to people should he want to with all of his accomplishments.
He should have big-timed you. You stood him up.
Well, how about the fact that he calls him Mr. Bomber?
I know.
I know. Like, he's not like, well, Steve's a great guy, and even though he's worth $140 billion, he still has this, like, West Virginia old school respect because that's where he was from.
He didn't rip you for skipping out on the boat trip?
I don't remember.
He didn't rip you?
In that 16 minutes, did he rip me at all?
No, he did not rip you at all, man.
Dang.
It was really, really subtle. It was a good interview, man.
Not even a snide remark?
No,
Nothing? Okay.
No.
All right.
What else you got? What else did you pick out?
This last one I got right here. This one was really hit me because it wasn't just about basketball. He talks about how like players should be as far as because COVID was a difficult time, right, for the players, and they were with each other every single day. So he talks about extracurricular stuff that they can do outside of basketball.
Okay. Hey Jerry, I think you're bringing up such a fascinating point. I really do. I think can guys concentrate, focus, zone, not lose their minds, not feel like they can't get out, and which they probably can't. You mentioned
they can't.
Right, that's just it. Because they've got to think it's bigger than just me. You mentioned good books. Is there anything you could recommend?
Oh my goodness, there's so many books, and that I think are inspirational. Some of them to me about leaders. Everyone has different issues in life that maybe they can address. I battle depression, and I like to read about people who have fought the same battle. I'm also incredibly interested in leaders and people who have made this a better world. I'm a huge history buff. I'm also enjoy reading about the black race, what they've been through in their lives, the Indian race, what they've been through in their lives, and also the other people who have struggled making ends meet when, like today, when people are out of work. Every time you hear a moving story, it makes you, as someone who's lived as long as I have, want to do something different or to help make a difference. And I think this is something these players who have such visibility, they have a great platform to help change this world. And I'm hopeful that in these private times together, they can talk about stuff other than just being basketball players. So
that's good advice.
It can be a real learning period for everyone.
That is great advice.
Great advice, yeah.
Jerry West.
Tremendous.
Literally 4 years ago.
Yeah, that's crazy.
4 years ago. And in those two sound bites, one time he mentions that the Clippers will be the last job of his life. It was. And then when he's in that last sound bite, he's like, hey, when you've lived as long as I have. Those are interesting, like, little comments to make.
I mean, especially now that he's gone. It's weird. And all that stuff is just, it's amazing. 4 years ago, yeah.
What I like about that, though, is how he talked about bigger than basketball, making a change. These players got these platforms, make a change as far as what's going on in the society. So that's what I like to hear.
How many books do you think were read in the bubble?
You want to hide something? It's really interesting, though, that he mentioned that, like, reading,
no doubt.
Really stimulating the mind, think about everything as far as basketball is going outside of the world, man, bringing people together.
That's true.
You like hearing stuff like that.
Do you want to hide something from an athlete? Put it in a book.
Just
kidding.
Great job though by Carlo to dig that up,
stuff.
man. I mean, that was to find that interview. That was really cool, and I know I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So now here's the thing: DeMarco's in for Sedano. It's Sedano and Cap on 710 ESPN, and we got a lot of stuff that we still want to get to this afternoon. But before we do, hold on. Are we positioned right now? I hope you guys are watching our YouTube show because people are listening on radio. They're listening to the audio. People are listening on the app, okay, the ESPN LA app. But if you go to our YouTube, what we've done is this. We've sent Funchy over to the Jerry West statue.
Is that where you went?
Across the street from LA Live where we are over to Crypto.com Arena, okay?
Yeah.
And Funchy's there, and I believe that we took some cameras with us so that not only will we hear Funch on the phone, but we'll also be able to see what is going on across the street at Crypto.
Is that him there?
Funch, are you there?
Yeah.
I'm here.
And Funchy, will we be able to see you, or will we only be able to hear you?
I hope you guys could see me, but I mean, I'm talking to you so you can hear me, right?
Okay. Well,
that is true.
Oh, wait a second.
Smart guy.
So right now, I can see Funch on YouTube. I can see him.
Hey.
Somebody just ran up to him, and then somebody cut
Yeah.
it. I don't. Who ran up to you?
Do the running
Funch?
man.
No one's running up to me.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I see, Funchy, that you are right by what looks to me like the Magic Johnson statue, right? You got to show me.
Yes. Let me get in the view. Let me get in the view right here.
There you go.
All right.
Here we go.
All right,
Is there a lot of people?
Here's Funch. Okay, go ahead, Funch. Set the scene.
All right, so we got some people out here. They're paying their respects. We got some flowers out here left by some dedicated Jerry West fans, and we got this message right here: never change the logo. Which, I mean, there's been a lot of talk within the years to change the NBA logo to something else other than Jerry West. And we got bouquet of flowers everywhere, little messages, and people are coming up left and right, kind of paying their respects to the great one.
Okay, so have Cody focus in here on the statue. What I can see is Funchy is standing right next to the Jerry West statue. There are flowers, DeMarco, down at the base of the statue.
There. I saw it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I went down there this morning.
Yeah.
Saw it. Yeah.
The sign that Funchy was saying never change the logo is on a bouquet of flowers. And here's a sign that says rest in peace to the foundation of the Lakers legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you change the logo?
Well, it's always been like a conversation.
People talk.
The NFL hasn't changed their logo, right?
No.
And for Major League Baseball, no. Why would the NBA do it? Yeah.
This is I gotta say this is not like when the Kobe statue went up and there were just people littered all throughout the courtyard in front of crypto.com. But for those of you that are listening, Funchy's standing right there, and for those of you that are watching on YouTube, you can get a sense of what is going on there right now. Funch, this is great, man.
Awesome.
Because we're only seeing the statue right now, if Cody could 360 it, I mean, are there a lot of people? Are people walking up? Are people coming by?
People are walking. I think people already showed up and they're leaving, but people are coming up as we speak, and they're leaving their messages or whatever. And you also have like what I call the farmers market, basically out here on the street, already set up with all the bootleg shirts and stuff like that. So.
A lot of tables out there, man.
Bootlegged like Jerry West merch?
Are they always out there or just...
No.
It's just for this.
DeMarco, they're always out here.
Oh, they're always out there. Okay, wow.
Yeah, and we got the elote man out here, too.
The
corn guy.
The horn guy.
Elote guy.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The corn guy.
Oh, really?
I see people eating... Yeah, we got some corn eaters out here.
We got corn eaters.
I like it.
We got a bunch of corn eaters out here.
That's a slur somewhere.
Right. I mean, that's like calling somebody a mouth breather.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Wow, you corn eater.
You corn eater.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Cap, how many, I was saying to someone, have some respect, Jerry West just passed, because they were saying I never saw him play. He's not a big deal to me. Mm-hmm. And it made me think, I wonder how many people that actually saw him play are still here, could still call us and said, I saw Jerry West play.
I don't know, but we got a lady that just came up to the statue right now, paying her respect. She's wearing a Jerry West shirt, actually, right now.
Older lady?
Amazing. Older lady. What's your name, ma'am?
Ask her if she saw, yeah.
I'm from ESPN LA.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And you're live on the radio.
You're live on the radio.
Tony, you're live on the radio. You're on with Kaplan and DeMarco Farr. Would you like to talk to me? Let me put it on the phone. Here we go.
Hi there.
Hi there.
How are you?
Well, as good as anyone can be on a day like this.
Yeah, you're there to pay your respects, obviously, and you've decided to come to the Jerry West statue?
I did. Sorry, it's just, I drove down from Calabasas.
Wow, just to come to the statue?
Just come down and pay my respects.
Wow.
Jerry West is my greatest, has been my lifelong greatest sports hero. I'm wearing a Jerry West T-shirt that I have had for 23 years. When my twin sister and I, who are both giant Jerry West fans, when we turned 44, we celebrated it as our Jerry West birthday.
Wow.
So we had these T-shirts made, and I've worn it on May 28th ever since, because May 28th is Jerry West's birthday. On the back it says, Happy Birthday, 44.
Tony,
happy birthday, 44.
Your name is Tony, is that right? Did I get the name right?
Yes.
Yes. I'm just curious.
Q-N-I.
Yeah. What What was it about Jerry West? I'm curious. I mean, you drove from Calabasas. You got the T-shirt. You say lifelong fan. What was it?
I grew up in Santa Barbara, and I'm 67, so this is back in the day. And back in those days, the only way we could, the games weren't televised nationally, every game, and so we listened to a lot of games on the radio. And you could not listen to Chick Hearn and not be a Jerry West fan.
Ah, bingo. Okay.
Wow.
That answers my question right there. Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely. I mean, I listened to his 63-foot shot on the radio.
No way.
Because back in those days, even the finals were not nationally televised, and especially the local games, they were still blacked out locally to encourage people to attend the games.
Wow. Hey, Tony, that is really cool. We got super lucky that we sent Funchy down there to see what was going on at the Jerry West statue, and we got really lucky that you were walking up as we were on the radio. And get ready, your phone's going to blow up because all your friends in Calabasas are about to call you and go, was that you?
That's you.
On the radio?
That's right.
On Sedano and
You're a
Cap
star.
on 710?
Yeah, everybody who knows me knows 44 is my favorite number, that I am a big Jerry West fan.
Well, I know it's a sad day for you, but enjoy being at the statue. Enjoy the sunshine out there, and paying your respects to Jerry West. We appreciate you talking to us, Tony.
I will. Thank you very much.
All right.
She said 67,
Yeah.
right? So
How about
65 to 70. I'm just like the people that were kids that watched him.
Right. And listen.
Like her, yeah.
Listened on the radio.
I know.
Like
That's
she did.
63-foot shot.
Yeah.
What was that?
A 63-foot shot.
Anybody know about that 63-foot shot? No? Nothing?
no.
Nothing significant?
Tony
No?
did. Tony
Anybody?
knew about it.
Anybody? No?
Hey, Funchy, great job down there, man.
Yeah.
Really great job, Funch.
Put on some sunscreen.
Yeah, and great job by Cody, who was with him, because that all played out on our YouTube channel in addition to what you heard on the radio and on the ESPN LA app. So that was great. All right, awesome. Morales has just walked into the studio. Hello, Christopher.
Hello, gentlemen. How are you?
Good.
We're doing well.
What's happening?
Bit of a somber day, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Seems like the last few weeks we keep obviously not as sad and tragic as today with the news of Jerry West passing, but a lot of Lakers. Have you noticed the NBA Finals days? The NBA Finals just can't catch a break.
Well,
That's
the Lakers keep stealing the highlights.
Exactly.
Keep stealing the headlines.
And it keeps setting me back on Mandy's work. We're way behind.
Really? Are we far behind?
Well, we're really far behind.
Are we really?
I think I might not even show up.
You're going to be there. Come on.
You're done?
Yeah.
You're not gonna, can I host the Mandy's?
Sure. Can you I'm just judging on how that segment went. Can you imagine what that would be like?
Yeah.
I mean,
great.
Funchy was the star. Funchy should actually host the Mandy's.
You know what? That's a better idea.
You think so?
I do. We'll get him that Stephen A. suit that
By
he
the
was
way,
wearing
and
earlier.
I don't know if you addressed this. I was in a few meetings, but I'm a little surprised. I didn't go last night to the Taco Fiesta, the tour, the mini tour, because I was sitting back there doing Mandy's work.
Right.
But there was no social media at all.
Because what happened was
Beto got somebody trying to collect money from him or something?
No, it was that Lil D here was doing all the social media last night.
Not Big D, but Little D.
Lil D. And then the thing was Beto was like, don't put stuff out on social media today. Let's take it all back. We'll give it to Carlo, and Carlo will turn it into like a really cool thing.
Oh, he'll get right on that.
And then what happened is
He's busy. Carlo's busy.
Right. Well, the Jerry West news broke today, and then all of a sudden, we didn't put anything out. So we should start putting it out. We should start putting it out now.
Well, now
from
it's
your phone.
old.
I know, but it was still fun.
You didn't even put up a picture or anything.
I know. Beto was like, no social
Beto
right
just
now.
sent me a picture of you guys last night, I think.
He insisted that we don't post anything.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I would have said, you know what, then I'm going home.
Wow.
Well, we did go home after stopping at 2 taco places and then some bar.
Were we adjoining rooms?
I don't know, but whoever was next to me last night was loud.
Oh,
Like,
I was
really loud.
Well, doing what?
I don't know. It was a bunch of women going, "Oh, damn!" You know,
That wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
I was 803.
Oh, you were. Oh, I was 804.
So I was on the other wall.
It was him. It was you.
No, it wasn't, honestly.
Were there a bunch of women in your room going, "Oh, damn"?
There was one on the phone.
Him. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was that maybe she was loud on the phone?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Did you hear my alarms?
Be in the moment, Beto
Thank
says.
goodness.
That's why no posts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that seems
Be
like...
in the moment.
Considering what Cappy was saying to me before he left, I don't think he would have been in the moment if there wasn't any records of it.
Oh, really?
I don't think you were feeling it.
Oh, I felt it last night.
Did you?
It was fun. We had a great time.
All right.
We really did. All right, let me do this. Let me hit this break, and then we got a lot more to get to. We played for you some of the interview that I did with Jerry West 4 years ago, but I also want to play a couple other things. When Kobe died, I don't mean to turn this into a whole sad thing, but
Too late.
I know. Jerry West, about 2 days later, the TNT crew came and they set up right across the street at Crypto, right on the court. And Jerry West was so amazing when talking about Kobe. And then we talked the story about Phil Jackson earlier today with John Ireland. Well, Phil Jackson made it onto Spectrum Sports this morning when they went all Jerry West wall to wall. And I'd like to hear what Phil Jackson had to say. So much more to come.
And
Yes.
we got a special announcement next, too.
You know, we do have a special announcement, come to think of it. Stick around. This is Sedano and Cap on 710 ESPN.
Here, the Super Bowl champion, along with Cappy. Sedano will be on the sidelines of ESPN Radio tonight in Big D.
That's right.
For Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Of course, a sad day, but now we're going to get a bright spot in the whole day. And I loved that audio. It reminded me of back when you did the 10-day contract. You know, I was one of the few people that said this is the guy. One of the few.
There were 3.
There were 4.
Oh, 4. 4 that said he was the guy. And you were one of 4.
No. Oh, there were 4 in the decision making.
Oh.
I was one of 2.
One of 2.
That said, you're the guy.
And then, go with it. And then 2 others said not the guy.
2 others said lightweight.
Okay, lightweight.
Lightweight.
Okay, and then how did if it was 2 versus 2, how did it happen?
Well, we had the weight on our side.
Oh, okay.
Literally and figuratively. Anyway.
You following this?
4 years later, we're zoned. Now, the great Avner Gadd is in studio. Avner, hello.
Hello. Hello.
Avner, get on that microphone. Get on, talk on that.
Hello.
Okay, that's good.
By the way, real quick, DeMarco, why don't you tell Avner what you told me when you first walked in?
I have a 9-year-old daughter. I have her doing that when she answers the phone. So this is how you say hello. And she does it now. Every time somebody calls now. She loves it.
So now I need to pay her.
That'll work. You can pay me.
Until now I paid him.
Now, Avner, you love Scott Kaplan, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We all love Scott Kaplan. He's got about 14 days left on his contract.
Oh.
Now, we have handed him a contract, which I think is a competitive offer, and he is waiting to sign it, holding us, putting us on the last moment to want us to beg him. He wants me to get on my knees and beg him, and I won't do it. I think it's fair that he just signs it and continues here at ESPN LA for years to come.
Wow.
What do you think, Avner? I mean, advise me.
I don't know. I really would like to see him on his knees, but...
Me too.
Wow.
Me too. I want him on his knees.
Come on now.
I want him on his knees. That's what I want.
Yeah, we just spoke about my logo, so...
Yes. we're starting to take Avner's logo and put it in other places. I've got it on my jacket today.
It's on the charger.
I
love these chargers.
Charger. Right. But we've got some interesting concepts for Avner and his logo.
Well, I've got some special news. Now, hopefully before the Mandy Awards, this miscreant will sign that contract so we can celebrate at the Mandy's that Scott Kaplan will be entertaining the Southland for years to come. We'll see. But you know who's going to be entertaining us at the Mandy Awards? Saturday, June 22nd at the Commerce Casino?
Tell me.
The third annual. I won Personality of the Year, that award last year. I don't know if I'll win this year. I think more people hate me this year.
Yeah, you're going to get most hated.
I hope so.
Oh, there is one?
Yeah, most hated.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
You got to vote, Avner.
At ESPNLA.com. But when we present the Personality of the Year award again, the man who will open up the envelope, pull out the card, and maybe read my name, maybe read someone else's name. Are you ready for it?
Tell me.
Can I, when I open it, I can say whatever I want?
No, you got to read the card. The great Avner Gatt will join us at the Mandy Awards.
Oh, my God.
Avner is going to be presenting
Personality of the Year.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
So this is why I'm here today.
Yes, to announce this.
Oh, my God. Thank you. Thank you for choosing me and trusting me to read what I will get out of the envelope.
Yes.
Now, here's
I'm
the
not
best.
sure that it's going to happen. I'm not
He's
sure.
going rogue.
Here's the best part. When you get up on, so we're going to have Cappy come up there too. It'll be you, me, and Cappy. Because we don't think Cappy's going to win that award. So it's safe to have him help present because he's not going to pull out you're not going to pull out his name. Maybe you do. That would be amazing. But imagine 1,000 people that have been there for probably at that point 4 hours drinking.
Tired.
Safely, of course.
Yeah, tired.
No, excited.
Excited.
And the entire crowd goes, Avner, hello!
Right. Oh, they're all going to go. They're going to go nuts.
Crazy.
Yes. Have you been on stage in front of 1,000 people before?
I do not believe so.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Okay,
It's an adrenaline
I hope
rush.
that I'm not going to faint.
No, you won't
No,
faint.
you'll be fine.
I hope
You'll
not.
be fine.
Do you have
Yeah.
any idea, Avner, now knowing that you're going to be presenting an award at Mandy's 3 at Commerce Casino in front of 1,000 people? You have any idea what you're going to wear that night?
My underwear?
You wear those.
Okay.
But,
Or don't. It depends on what kind of night you want to have.
Yeah, right. I mean, you want to
It's
get
a crazy night.
It is a crazy
Exactly.
night.
It is a crazy night.
It's the kind of night you don't even wear panties. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay, so how crazy should I go?
Panties?
Well,
Oh,
anyway.
never mind.
Listen, anyhow, I don't have fancy clothing, so, most probably a T-shirt and a short.
Okay.
And
My
and
kinda guy.
sandals.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but
And sandals.
right, sandals.
Yeah.
But I'm going because last night we were walking around like the fashion district area. I'm going to go crazy. I've already found the suit that I'm going to go get, and on Monday of next week I'm going in to this haberdashery shop and I'm going to get this nice suit, and then I'm going to go next door and I'm going to get it altered. Why don't you and I go buy suits on Monday of this upcoming week together?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Be careful, Abner. He's going to say, I forgot
But
my wallet.
Magenta.
Abner, why don't you get me
Yeah.
this suit? I'll get you tomorrow. I'll pay you back tomorrow.
Yeah, but if I was you, I will take this sailor clothing that you came to this other show that you stick me there with another 1,000 people, but sticking one to each other.
So I'm going to make you a promise.
Okay.
At some point, you will see Cappy and I in our sailor suits. At some point in the night.
We took Avner to a Yachtly cruise show
yeah. Yeah,
at the
yeah.
Whiskey A Go-Go in West Hollywood. And, dude, you couldn't move. It was like Mardi Gras.
Oh,
it was
really?
Like you could not move.
Tight in there?
And Avner was like, what did you guys bring me to? I'm out of here. Goodbye!
Yeah.
You know?
You disappeared? You left?
In 2 minutes. You know, the guy with the valet, I gave him a spin.
It's time to go. Time to go. The rap sign. I like it.
All right, well, we look forward to it Saturday, June 22nd at the Commerce Casino. Mandy's 3, and Avner Gatt's going to be in the building.
Thank you so much. Honor for me.
Yes, sir.
Avner, can't wait, man. That is going to be awesome.
And remember, if you've got water damage, if you see a pipe break in front of you, you know what you need to think? That pipe is busted, sucker. Call Avner Gatt.
That's right.
Immediately
is right. That's exactly what you do. You want the phone number?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I don't have the copy in front of me.
Well, I have it. I have it right here. Call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256, 818-917-5256, or you visit Avner, AVNERGAT, AvnerGatt.com. And when Avner gets the call, you know what he says?
Hello.
Thank you, Avner.
Thank you, Avner. Can't wait for Mandy's 3. All right, everybody, stick around. We got a lot more stuff we want to get to. I do want to play this Jerry West sound for you about Kobe Bryant. I think everybody should hear this because I haven't heard it played all day on the radio station. But before we get there, DeMarco, tonight I got to figure out what I'm going to do on Prize Picks. I got to think about this.
What do you got?
Well, here's the thing. I don't feel like the Mavericks have played up to they haven't. Like, Kyrie Irving has not gone off yet, and I think he's going to have to.
You believe in the due theory, though, right?
Yes.
He's due for a big game.
23.5 points tonight.
Oh, take the over.
You like that?
Oh, take the over. Yeah.
So 23.5 more for Kyrie Irving. Jason Tatum tonight. What do you think about this one, Big D? Jason Tatum, 26.5 points?
Take the under.
I'll take the under on that one.
Oh, really? You guys are going to go less?
Take the under.
One less.
Okay, less. Luka Doncic, 10 rebounds, more or less. Or Luka, 32.5 points. Anybody like those?
I'll take the points, not the rebounds.
More points?
Yeah.
More on 32.5.
More points, less rebounds.
Okay. PJ Washington. This one is kind of a weird one. 2 free throws made. What do you think about that? Oh, you don't like that, huh, Big D? You don't think he's going to get to the line?
2 free throws made?
2 free throws made.
You have to take that.
He's a real corner specialist, though. He doesn't really get to the rim like that. Man.
This is true. Okay.
But maybe maybe that's kind of why they were trying to inspire. Maybe he gets fouled on a 3-point shot, and all right, you know what? I'm playing more. I'm going to go with a full. How about Drew Holiday tonight? 13.5 points. That seems like. What do you think about that? You like
Take
that?
the over?
I like that
You
one.
like more?
Yeah. Okay.
Like
more on that one? Okay. I've got 5 so far, and then I need like one more. I need one more play here. I just need one more. Let's see. I'll figure it out. Okay, listen, here's what you need to do. Go to Prize Picks, download the app. Download the Prize Picks app and use my code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. They will match your first deposit 100% up to $100. So if you put in 100, they put in 100. Let's play ball. Last night I went 5 for 6. I was so close, man. But you know what happened? I got all the baseball guys right. Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, I got them all right. Cameron Brink let me down. I needed Cameron Brink to have more than 6 rebounds. Girlfriend only got 4. So listen, download that Prize Picks app. Use my code CAPPY. They match your first deposit 100% up to $100, and let's all play Prize Picks.
Also, Indiana Jones came out today.
Did it really?
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Changed my life.
What year? What year, DeAndre?
1982?
I don't know. He wasn't born.
81.
81,
Okay.
huh?
Wow. You know, that was supposed to be Tom Selleck.
I did not know that.
Tom Selleck was supposed to do that.
Get out of here.
He couldn't get out of Magnum PI. Changes everything, doesn't
Really?
it? Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. See?
And I must say this too. It's National Corn on the Cob Day.
Really?
It is National Corn on the Cob Day.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday, Sedano was like, I don't like corn. Corn's no good. And I'm like, I love corn on the cob.
He doesn't like corn, period?
He doesn't like corn at all because what happened is yesterday we had on Evan Cohen from the ESPN show, the morning show.
Yeah.
And
Not Pizza Cohen.
No. That Pizza Cohen is a totally different guy.
Different
this
guy.
is Evan
This-
Cohen.
Evan
yeah.
Cohen, okay.
Pizza Cohen's a whole different dude.
Okay.
So Evan was saying that he likes to take corn on the cob and then he cuts the corn off the cob. And then he has the corn down, like it's off the cob.
That's another one. That might be check, please.
Oh, really? Because
Yeah.
then you don't get the corn in your teeth.
That might be check, please.
But I did something that you tell me that I'm not supposed to do.
You cut a burger in half?
Beyond that, I
What?
also had a burger on lettuce, no bread.
You can do that.
There's
That's
nothing
fine.
wrong with that.
You
That's
can do
okay?
that.
That's
That's
all right?
fine.
That's okay?
There's
Don't
nothing
you
wrong
cut
with that.
Okay.
Don't you cut a
Protein
burger
salad?
in half? Yeah. No. Not with a knife. And you don't eat pizza with a knife and fork. And you don't.
What if it's a deep dish?
I
Deep
don't
dish.
care about
A deep
don't you do
dish
that.
pizza.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay. It's
If
not.
you have to.
No, it's
if,
not.
If it's deep dish, if it's thick,
No.
Stick with your
I'm
own
with
personal
you. I'm
constitution,
crazy.
DeAndre.
I
I might
Crazy,
make an allowance,
DeAndre.
but you
Use
cannot
those
You
cut.
got to put them hands on it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Manos.
I'm
man.
with you. I'm right
Los
there with you.
Manos, dog.
Manos, man.
Yeah.
But if you cut the corn off the corn on the cob, check, please. I may be getting up and leaving. We're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
You heard the man.
Yep.
All right, Funchy Love. Let's get to
All
a
right,
little
guys.
radio
I
Tinder.
guess one of the biggest sports stories, not Jerry West today, is Aaron Rodgers not showing up to minicamp. And it seems like he's the only starting quarterback not to show up to minicamp out of like all 30 teams or whatever. So is this something that's going to be a problem for the Jets coming up? Swipe left or swipe right, Cappy.
I'm going to swipe right. Only because I feel like I watched Hard Knocks last year, and everybody at the Jets, players and coaches, everybody had their eggs in the Aaron Rodgers basket.
Yeah.
And then he got hurt, and then he didn't play, and then their whole season went to hell in like 4 plays, right? But even though I think it's a bad look for Aaron Rodgers, I don't think it's quite as big of a deal as people are making it out to be. I think he should be there, by the way. I think he should be there with his teammates. And the fact that nobody's telling the world why he's not there, and Robert Saleh, the coach, finds himself in this position of going, no, it's not a problem. If it's an important thing for Aaron, then it's an important thing for us. Bad liar. So,
yeah.
But I don't think it's going to impact them long term. I don't know. What do you say?
Did you swiped right?
I swiped right as if to say.
That means it's going to be a big deal?
No, it's not going to be a big problem.
Then I'll go left. It already is a big deal. Your starting quarterback is not here for mandatory minicamp. You're showing up your coach. You absolutely cut the man off at the knees. Everything he says from here on out is null and void. Your team building is over. It's all about one guy. Unless Robert Saleh gets some stones and does what he should and bench that guy. If it's mandatory, then it's mandatory for everyone, not just you guys, and then Aaron is separate. That's the fastest way to lose a football team.
Is it a huge problem that he missed all the games last year, didn't play any games for the Jets? He still has not played a whole official game for the Jets.
Robert Saleh let this happen last season. He really did. And he's not the first coach that this has happened to, where the star player runs the football team. Now the guy can run amok. Now the guy can show you up. Now you've got problems. So beyond Robert Saleh, if you're the ownership, you're looking at this like, hey, you've already lost the football team.
But ownership is the one who kind of gave up the team to Aaron Rodgers.
But you're expecting your coach to keep a lid on this, to not let the player's ego get out of control. You've got to keep a lid on this, and it's out of control now. So no matter what happens, this is probably the end of Robert Saleh in New York.
Is it the end of Aaron Rodgers in New York?
Absolutely not. That guy can move on and play. He can still play. And people will take him tomorrow on their football team. That's how good he is. But this is an issue.
Are you sure about
oh
that?
My God, he's
mean,
special.
He hasn't played in a year, and he's
special.
basically not showing up to camp. He doesn't want to come to camp.
See, look, I know this version of Aaron Rodgers
Being a
people
brat.
can't stand, and I get it.
Been like
but the
this
guy
for
can
years.
absolutely play.
Yeah, he's been like this
I know
for
he can
years,
play,
by the
but he's
way.
being a brat.
But he can
Do you want
play.
to? Do you want to deal
know
with a
what, though?
brat?
But you know what? I just want to know what he's doing. Like, what is more important? You know
ayahuasca.
what the calendar. You know what the calendar says.
He's doing ayahuasca.
I don't. Is that really?
I have no
He's
clue.
in a dark
It's probably-
room for 7 days.
Yeah.
There is no reporting on why he's not there.
He would not do this to Belichick. He would not do this to McVay. He wouldn't do this to Harbaugh. He's doing it to Saleh. That's what this says.
Yeah, but remember the offensive coordinator is his boy. He handpicked him, Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah.
So he's also doing it to him. He's also doing it to his teammates. So I just wish that somebody would tell us, like, hey, there was something really, really, really important for him.
Right.
And then we all would be, okay, we kind of get it.
Okay, real quick. On the other side, the Rams canceled their Wednesday practice in minicamp. So it's starting to get back to sanity in the National Football League. Like, we really don't need to be doing all of this. See you in July. So as a player, I get it. Get off your feet and rest. I need you in September, not now. I get it. But if it says mandatory, your butt needs to be here with the rest of the guys.
If LeBron James did the exact same thing, would you say bench LeBron James?
Absolutely. If it said mandatory and you decided not to show up and we did, absolutely.
And he doesn't have a good excuse either.
Zero.
If Darvin Ham were still the coach of the Lakers, would Darvin Ham have the guts to bench LeBron?
Oh, no. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't do this to Pop, would you? If Greg Popovich says mandatory, you're going to be there out of respect to that coach.
Spoelstra either.
Exactly. Right. He's doing this to that coach.
Yeah. Wonder why, though. Like, I wonder if it's personal for some reason. Like, I'm going to embarrass this guy.
That I don't have an answer to, but
Or maybe
he's not the first.
Or maybe he's just like, hey, I'm 40 years old. I don't need to be doing this. I've got the offensive coordinator. You install the offense with everybody else. I already know the offense.
Could be, but if it's mandatory, show up.
Yeah. All right, Funch, what else you got?
All right, guys. We brought this up a few weeks ago on Travis and Sliwa. When you're driving, blah, 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 and you got the motorcycle guys splitting you, between the lanes or whatever.
I always move.
And you move, right?
Yeah,
you move.
always
And,
move.
and do you guys expect do you expect the little wave or whatever?
Yes. I get mad when I don't
get
it.
mad when that happens.
Yes.
Doesn't happen to me, too. So
Yes.
swipe left or swipe right. You guys get mad when that doesn't happen to you. DeMarco.
Absolutely. I get indignant. I get mad.
Me too. I get super mad.
I really do.
You get indignant?
Absolutely, because
Oh,
I
hell
move
yeah.
over well before you get to me. I want you to
I
know.
want acknowledgement.
I moved over.
Help you.
You can hear it. I'm on the little reflector light.
Exactly.
I'm moving over. Right. You should give me the little hand
Exactly.
sign. Yes, I want that. I need that in my life.
Yeah.
Yes.
I actually kind of get a little pissed off at the motorcycle guys. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm waiting. You can't wait. And by the way, you're making it dangerous for everybody. I feel like I'm going to have on one of those dash cams where I'm going to see some motorcycle guy go flying head first because he runs into somebody who doesn't move over.
It's going to happen. I know. It's people that move from left to right. That it scares the out of motorcycle guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
Is it usually the crotch rocket dudes or is it Harley dudes?
Man.
Both. You want to
Okay.
root for the Harley dudes. It might be like Hell Angel guys or
I
something.
love the upright Euro guys. With the guys with the metal saddlebag bags and whatnot. I love those guys.
The
They're-
BMW type guys.
They never wave. They
Yeah.
keep their hands on the steering wheels. The bikers, the guys with the logos on the back, they give you the hand sign. I like that. Respect.
Yes, right. No, those
Yeah.
guys, like on Harleys, they'll give you a little peace sign.
Yeah. Mhm.
Crotch rocket dudes don't do that, I don't think.
I'm not scared of those guys, though. I'm not scared of those guys. I'm scared of the biker guys. The
biker
real biker
dudes.
guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, with
the
the
biker
Harleys. I'm
dudes.
scared of those guys.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, you got one more, Funch, or are we good here?
We're going to go to Beto next.
All right, Beto Duran is going to join because Beto last night took us on a downtown taco tour. And I think there needs to be a little bit of review.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay?
Yeah.
Beto will join us. That is Radio Tinder, as always, being brought to us by Tequila Mandala. Always swipe right on Tequila Mandala. Beto jumps in next. This is Sedano and Cap here on 710 ESPN. And let me just tell you that Avner Gatt was just in studio, right? And Avner just took off because now he got to go face traffic, and he probably got to go deal with some motorcycle guy driving right by him. But I want to tell you this because DeMarco said to me, he goes, explain what Avner Gatt actually does. Because now DeMarco's daughter is walking around going, hello, right? Here's what Avner Gatt does. DeMarco, should something happen to your house, you have a toilet that explodes or overflows, you've got a broken pipe underneath your house, you don't even know about it, and weeks later, all of a sudden, lots of damage has been done. You are a good guy. You pay your homeowner's insurance every month. You call your homeowner's insurance. They send out an insurance adjuster. The insurance adjuster looks around. He goes, okay, flooring, okay, cabinets, oh, that's screwed up, okay. Oh, a lot of damage to your personal items, rugs, carpets, couches, whatever. And he says, I could probably get you about 15, 20 grand here. And you are thinking to yourself, 15, 20 grand? Nothing. Yeah. I mean, I got $100,000 worth of damage here. Easy. That's when you call Avner Gatt. See, and Avner Gatt takes care of things because Avner Gatt is on your side. Avner Gatt is going to negotiate with the insurance company because he already knows how to handle this because it's been years of dealing with these insurance companies. He is going to get the best possible outcome for you, not the insurance company. He's been dealing with them for years. It's literally all he does. He's got all the 5-star reviews, Yelp, Better Business Bureau, Google, all the 5-star reviews, and he's got an entire team behind him. So if this happens to you, don't try to mess with your homeowner's insurance company. You call Avner Gatt and his team. They take care of business. Call Avner, 818-917-5256, 818-917-5256. You can use his website, Avner, A-V-N-E-R, AvnerGatt.com. And when you call, he answers the phone, and I think you know what he says. He says, hello!
Remembering Jerry West all day today on the home of Lakers basketball, 710 ESPN.
1877 cars for kids.
Celebrating the life of Jerry West all day long, been kind of going in and out of it all. DeMarco is in for Sedano. Sedano is down in Dallas, where he will be part of the ESPN national radio broadcast tonight of Game 3 of the finals, and that game will start here in about 40 minutes, so at about 5:30 p.m. So, DeMarco, it's been a good day so far, you know?
Yeah. No, Boston wins tonight. Series over?
Yes.
Sweep or at least in 5, right?
Yeah, but I think that given that Porzingis is out and that we're waiting for Kyrie to have a game, I'm taking Dallas tonight.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm taking Dallas at home.
Well, I'd said the due theory is in effect. Kyrie Irving is due for a big game, a huge game.
You know what we were due for last night?
What?
A Beto Duran taco tour.
Yes.
And Beto came in to the studio, hung out, and then me, Beto, DeAndre, and Funchy Lava all started to hit the streets of downtown LA. And I'll have you know one thing.
That's a crew right there.
DeMarco.
Yeah.
I told DeAndre, don't be afraid. Don't be scared in the streets of downtown LA. I got you. Okay?
He's rolling with you.
He's rolling with me.
You got street cred.
Correct.
You'll be fine.
I'm like, you are with me.
I see
People
it.
know not to mess with you.
I like it.
You know?
Did you feel more confident after that?
No.
No?
All right, Beto's on the line. Beto, good evening. How are you? Or good afternoon.
Good afternoon, and I felt completely safe because we had Scott Kaplan.
Nice.
The guy lives in downtown LA, literally at the East Central. And also, DeAndre from Coachella, bro. Come on.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
Wow.
DeAndre rolls in Coachella, so he knows.
Yes, sir.
You know.
So how was it?
Beto, why don't you do a review? Tell DeMarco where we started our taco tour last night.
All right, so I heard Morales earlier saying, where's the content gets old? No. We're going to put together a nice reel for the ESPN LA account. But I also text you, DeMarco, hey, told these guys not to post. Be in the moment, man. And yesterday was cool because it was 4 dudes just hanging out. I was explaining the tacos, what was going on, had a couple pops in us, and just good fashion talk. Nothing about the station, nothing about, like, work or anything like that. It was just dudes grubbing, walking, having a couple.
See, I respect that. Not everything is for public consumption.
Yeah.
Some things got to remain amongst friends. Yeah.
Yeah. So DeAndre recorded it, and we'll put it together. We'll get a nice fancy video out there soon enough. But it was good to just catch up with the guys like that. So that's what it was really cool. So that was awesome. But first we went to Sonora Town in downtown LA, and Sonora is known for their flour tortillas. I'll give you guys a little education. So Sonora is a state in Mexico underneath Arizona, and that's where the flour tortillas are just huge. Imagine a big pizza pie. That's how the tortillas are. Wow. And we were hungry, and I was like, no, do not get the burrito. We're going to hit a couple spots. Just get a couple tacos, sample it. Sonora Town in downtown LA.
You said the taco's the size of a burrito?
Well, the burrito.
Tortilla?
The burrito. The tortillas.
Are huge. Right, but what we did was is I think Beto ordered, because there were 4 of us, so we had 4 pollo, 4 carne, and what else did you order? You ordered 4 chorizo, see?
Yeah, the chorizo. There you go. The chorizo got the micheladas. Sonora Town took care of us, man. So we had the flour. Tacos are tacos, but it's the tortillas that make the difference. So we had fantastic tortillas from Sonora, Mexico. That style, handmade. Funchy bought tortillas to go, DeMarco. That's how good they
That's
were.
right.
Were that good?
And dude, he walked around the streets of LA holding on to these tortillas like they were his baby.
Nice.
Like he was
pink
like
bag full of tortillas.
He looked at all those people on the streets, and they had that look like I'm gonna come take them tortillas from you. And then I gave him the dirty look, and they knew don't go messing with this guy.
You gave him the look.
But he was holding on to those tortillas, man, like they were life and death.
Mean mug people. I
Yes,
like it.
yes.
You know?
These are the kind of tortillas, DeMarco, that all the Mexicans listening know this. All you need to do is just get some butter, put it on there, and boom, you're set.
Wow, that good.
You're soft.
That good.
That's
And he
soft.
was saying he was going to make breakfast burritos this morning for wifey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was good.
And then we walked through the callejones, the downtown LA Santee Alley, where Cappy's going to get himself some new duds. So that was a little sketchy. We saw some people partaking in a lot of interesting things.
Oh my God! Hold on! Wait a second. Okay.
Oh my God!
No.
I didn't think that was going to make that the air.
Here's where DeAndre started crying, and I had to console him. I had to console DeAndre and tell him it's going to be okay.
You were crying,
dude. It's like 7:30 at night, right?
Yeah.
And
not dark.
Not dark at all.
Yeah.
And there's these 2 dudes sitting on the street, and they've got like one of those canisters that like I don't know, what do you call those?
Like
things?
a blowtorch.
Like a blowtorch.
Like a blowtorch.
Right. And this dude is lighting up his rock. You know what I mean?
Yes.
On the street.
Yes.
On the street.
And we had to walk by him.
And we walked right by him. And DeAndre's like, I don't know if I want to be here. And I'm like, don't you worry, D. I got you. You know? And because he never seen that
You
before.
never seen that
But
before.
I live across the street at D Central. I work these streets.
You know that stuff.
So
Okay.
I get to see this stuff all the
Blowtorch
time.
and all. Wow.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So Beto, so we walk. So I'm going back to that soup place, by the way. What's the name of that soup place we saw? Can't remember what it was called.
There's a bunch of them right there, but the one that had like the bedazzlers would be fantastic, man.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, Cappy went into a suit spot, and the guy's like, "Yeah, 200. How many you need?"
200.
Yeah, 2 hundos.
2 hundos
Yeah.
for a suit.
Yeah, for a suit. Yeah.
$200 for a suit.
Yeah, it looks
a whole
sharp.
Suit.
Yeah, it looks sharp too.
Okay. How many you need, huh?
I need a couple.
Yeah,
me and
blowtorch guy again. Yeah.
Yeah, me and DeAndre were thinking about hooking it up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was good. And then we went to tacos 1986, Tijuana style tacos. The reason is 1986 because the owner was born in '86. Dude's from San Diego. Guy worked in a Michelin star restaurants in New York. Went back to San Diego and Tijuana style. So Tijuana style tacos. The tortillas are different, smaller, but bomb. That's the picture I sent you, DeMarco.
Yeah.
That's 1986 tacos right there.
D
And
said fire.
That's where we did damage. We had, I think, 16 at that spot.
16.
We were crushing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have
That's 4 apiece. That's not so big. Yeah.
No, it was good though. You would have liked it, no problem.
Yeah,
For you, no
There's
problem.
4 of you guys, right?
Yeah, right. So we
You
each had 4.
16 apiece. Oh, 4 apiece.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And Debbie Downer, for the record, Cappy paid. Stop hating on him.
Ooh.
Cappy paid?
Hey.
You did?
You paid?
Yeah, I don't know.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, but Beto got
brought
the
out-
Uber,
by
the
the
first Uber, and Beto also got drinks.
Okay, I like it.
But I try to pay, and everybody, and Cappy's like, no, guys, I got this. So that's another.
Good for you, Cap.
Thanks.
We give him a lot of grief, but not like he came out right away and
Nice.
paid. Like he even paid before we even knew he had paid. You
Nice.
know? Like that kind of stuff.
Did
like,
Funch
like,
pay?
like an aristocrat.
Did Funcho pay for
Funch
anything?
didn't have to pay. He was with us.
He bought tortillas.
Yeah,
I bought
that's right.
tortillas
Yeah,
for
he
my
paid.
wife.
He
That's the
paid
most
for the
important
tortillas.
thing.
Or were the tortillas on my bill too?
No, I bought the tortillas.
Hey, that place, Tacos 1986, that place was not fire. I'm going
Yeah.
to tell you right now, that place was gas.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It was beyond fire.
That's
it was
right.
gas.
Wow.
I put some gas on that fire.
I like it.
Cappy with the lingo. It was straight gas. There you go. And then we ended up at a bar called CDMX, like Ciudad de Mexico, like Mexico City style bar. It was good. We right there next to 7th and Grand. It was good. After that, we're gonna get another spot. We were so full, and it was just a good time, man. Good time. Good tour around downtown LA. So, Cappy, like we said it yesterday, ain't nobody else from that station in the streets like the way Cappy is.
Nope.
Man. Vote
That's
Cappy
right.
this year.
How many tacos total did you guys eat?
Let's see. I think we each had probably 6
Over
or 7.
$100 worth.
Yeah, we had over $100 worth
And
of tacos.
plus, you went to a bar.
And then we went to a bar, and at the
No,
bar,
the bar was separate.
yeah, in the bar. But here's
Oh,
a
yeah.
weird thing. So what's up with the way Funchy drinks, man?
What are you talking about?
What's wrong with the
I
way he
told you
drinks?
He's a weirdo, man.
What?
What do you do?
Well,
He's different.
he
I-
like
difficult.
like you know, like the bartender's serving up the drinks, but before
Yeah.
anybody can like all get their drinks and like toast, hey, cheers, everybody, salud, you know. Funchy's already put down a shot.
Oh, he doesn't wait.
So then it's like, bartender, give me another one, you know.
You don't know what's going on in Funch's life.
Come on.
Funch, he needs a
We're just
drink,
having-
man. Come on.
Having a party, man.
see?
Come on.
There you
Hanging
go.
out with the boys.
This bar is like if you were going to go to like a Mexico City type of bar.
Yeah.
So they don't have like dark liquor. It's more tequila, more mezcal, right? So Funch was like, "Can I get some Hennessy?" And the guy's like, "Nah, we don't have anything like that."
You ordered
So
Hennessy?
Yes.
Okay. I
It's
see
a
where you're
popular
going.
drink
I
at
see
like
where-
90% of restaurants
When-
everywhere, DeMarco.
When in Rome, but go ahead.
Yeah, but they have like high end, top shelf, great tequilas, and that's why reason I took him there to try to expose Funchy to some of these spots. But he just ordered like a basic generic shot. He felt like the special, like, buy a beer, buy a shot. I'm like, Funch, we're not 21, bro. Come on, we got you. We got a little bit of money. We got tortilla money. You know, we can do this now.
Wow.
And but I'll give Scott Kaplan a lot of credit. You talk about el hombre de la gente, man of the people. Scott Kaplan had a 7 leguas, 7 tongues tequila yesterday. That's the name of the brand. So good.
7 tongues?
Cappy-
7 tongues.
Yeah. How'd that go down? Nice.
It was so smooth.
Nice hug?
Top
Yeah.
shelf. Oh, beautiful. I told them, don't shoot that. You sip that and enjoy it. Wasn't it, Cappy, was it gas?
Oh, it was total gas and fire, and it was bussy.
It was
Bussin'.
No, not bussing.
See, one step beyond. We went one step too far, Cap.
Oh, really?
You're good.
One step too far.
Stay at gas. You're good.
Yeah.
You're good right there. Wow.
Well, Beto, it was awesome,
Yes,
and
sir.
I can't wait for us to put this video together and show everybody, because next time we're going to invite everybody on our taco tour.
Yeah. Everybody?
Yeah, everybody.
I was going to say, I just want more. Me.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Hey,
Everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, one thing, DeMarco, I'll take you by the house.
All right.
Don't worry, I got you.
Perfect.
Yeah, we'll go on the other side of the PCH on the 110. We'll
Cool.
got you right there.
We won't bring funds.
Let me just, Scott, can I say one thing though?
Please.
In all seriousness,
Yeah.
You know, I mess around a lot on the station. I give you a lot of grief, but we had a great time last night. But what I want to say today is, we at 710, and I say this as we have a lot of fun, a lot of frivolity. We mess around a lot, but when we lock in on sports, this station is the best in the country, man. The way that Travis started this morning with Sliwa from 9 a.m. on all the stories that have been sold on the station all day long. I've been in and out of the car, but it's just been fantastic. A great honor to Jerry West today, man. You guys have been amazing.
And Beto, anything to add to the Jerry West story today?
I was always scared to be in the room with him because the nervousness that I got, because that man had a presence. You know, he and Magic, you walk in the room, it's like, whoa. So I was in there in scrums when we were doing interviews with him, but like, I never had a one-on-one with him, but every time I saw him, it was one of those like you just didn't want to talk, you just want to listen. Like, I'm like, I know my role. Like, shut up and be quiet right now. Like, that was with Jerry West, man. That was amazing.
Betos, keep listening, because coming up, there's two things that we have prepared that we haven't played yet, that nobody has played on the station so far today. Jerry West, 2 days after Kobe died, with the TNT crew on the floor at Crypto.com. I want you to hear this. And the other thing is Phil Jackson this morning talking about Jerry West, and we haven't played that all day on the station. So both of those pieces of sound on the way. Beto, great taco tour last night.
sir.
We appreciate you, man. And one of the things we did is we had cervezas. And when we went to the first place, I was like, yo, I'll take an icy cold Coors Light, because we are all about chill here in Southern California. So whether it's walking the beach like I was this weekend, and then that Coors Light plane flew over my head, or it's going on a taco tour, or it's rooting on your teams to another championship, no one chills better than we do here in Southern California. So I want you to pick up your icy cold Coors Light right nearby you, or you can have it delivered right to your door. All you have to do is visit this website to learn more. It's CAChooseChill.com. CAChooseChill.com to learn more. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. And when enjoying that icy cold Coors Light, celebrate responsibly.
Remembering. You need to know. What you need to know.
Let's do it. What you need to know right now.
What you need to know is being brought to us by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. It's Sedano and Cap. DeMarco is in for Sedano. Sedano is calling the game tonight on ESPN Radio, Game 3 of the NBA Finals. We'll have that game for you. So if you're driving around, you're stuck in traffic, you're heading home, stay tuned to 710, because you're going to hear the game right here on the radio. And here's Funchy with what we need to know.
All right, guys, our friends at 7-Eleven are coming up with this new ice cream Slurpee thing, a drumstick Slurpee cone.
Drumstick
Slurpee cone. So they're combining a drumstick and a Slurpee.
How's that going to work?
Yeah, how does that work?
Okay, what's it going to be?
Do I eat it with a straw?
No, it's going to be a cone, but it's just a Slurpee-flavored drumstick, basically.
Slurpee-flavored drums, so no chocolate, no nuts?
Let me describe what
ahead.
it's. The drumstick Slurpee cone, a king-size cone filled with vanilla ice cream topped with blue raz sauce, ripples, and candy bites, will be available exclusively at 7-Eleven.
I like a drumstick.
Yeah.
You know, I like the cone. I like the chocolate down at the bottom of the cone. I like the vanilla ice cream. I like the chocolate and the nuts up top.
And I like Slurpees, too.
By themselves, a Coke Slurpee's bomb.
Yeah.
Gas.
Heat. Yeah.
It's Bussy.
Yes. No, it's not. No.
Hopefully we can
Go
make
back
our way
one.
out to another 7-Eleven this summer
Yeah.
and try this.
But two great tastes. I'm not sure if they're going to work together.
Yeah, especially the way you described it. How did you call it? The raspberry what?
It's a blue raz sauce ripples.
Blue
Raz sauce ripples. Can I drive with that?
Yeah, right. Is that an open container?
Can I do that? Okay. All right. Interesting.
All right. Well,
That's
is
what you need to know.
There you go.
Changing the logo, changing Slurpees. What are we doing here?
I know. What are we
Come
doing
on.
here?
Yeah.
That's brought to us by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Okay, so listen, I've been listening to the radio station all day, and I agree with what Beto said. I mean, Travis and Slee came on an hour early today. They usually go on at 10. They came on at 9 to start talking about the Jerry West because it broke early this morning. I want to say I was on the treadmill this morning at about 6:30 a.m., and I heard about it. And by 9 a.m., we were ready to go. So we were going to start the day an hour early. And Travis had great stories of having played golf with Jerry West. And I mean, it was awesome to listen to. And then, of course, John Ireland, all these years having worked for, the Lakers and when Jerry was there, et cetera. So lots of good stories to be told today. But Phil Jackson was on earlier today with Spectrum because they, as the Lakers TV partners, they went all Jerry West all morning long.
Mm-hmm.
And they got Phil Jackson on the air. Funchy, you've picked out 2 sound bites from this morning. What are we going to hear from Phil?
We're going to hear Phil Phil admits that he wasn't the first choice of Jerry.
Okay, let's hear that.
Jerry was very accommodating to me. I know I probably wasn't his first choice, but Dr. Buzz and with urgings from Shaquille, wanted me to come and coach the team. But when I was named the coach, he was very accommodating and, went out and got Ronnie Harper, former player with the Chicago Bulls and the three-peat in the late 90s, and brought in also John Sally, who you couldn't slow down verbally.
Verbally slow down?
John Sally, man.
That's my man, Spider.
It is interesting, though. I know you guys work together.
That's your guy, man. That's your guy.
Yeah. Old school Best Damn Sports Show.
Yes.
Yeah, it's interesting, though, to hear what John Ireland told us earlier today that, Jerry goes walking into the locker room. Phil stops whatever he's saying to the team and goes, "Excuse me, like I'm in the middle of something here." Essentially kicking Jerry West out.
Can I help you?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, wow.
And Jerry knowing, hey, 2 guys with our resumes can't survive.
That's not going to work. Yeah.
And yet Jerry, while he may not have been Phil may not have been Jerry's first choice, Jerry did what, according to Phil, what Phil wanted him to do. Shaq wanted him hired, Phil, and then Jerry went out and found pieces. Ron Harper, who he brought up
immediately.
Yeah, John Sally. What's the next piece from Phil?
Wait, who was the first choice? If not Phil.
Good question.
Right, we were never going to know.
Yeah.
We're probably never going to know.
Anyway, yeah.
He was also Phil Jackson said Jerry West was instrumental in bringing Kobe and Shaq here in LA.
I got a call from him early on in my stay with the Lakers in '99 before we really got rolling, got in our new facility in El Segundo. And he said, I got a call from Kobe. He's concerned about his scoring. He's only averaging 17 or 18 points a game. And he wanted to know how Elgin Baylor and I both averaged over 30 points a game in the 60s Lakers team that went to 4 or 5 championship rounds with the Celtics. And I said, well, I understand. That was high volume basketball in those days. And we run the triangle in more of a paced game. We want to slow it down a little bit and control the game and the tempo. And you might have a trouble averaging 30 points if Shaq is averaging 29. But Kobe was appeased. He found his way how to play in the game, and he was, excellent in it. Jerry had a big hand in bringing Kobe to the game, and also Shaquille to the Lakers.
He did. That's right. I mean, Jerry West went and got Shaquille O'Neal from Orlando, and he drafted. Well, he didn't draft Kobe. He made the trade to get Kobe.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad we're transitioning this way because DeMarco, I found this piece, and it's not that hard. I mean, anybody can Google it. But I remembered that when Kobe died, so this is also going back to like early February 2020, when Kobe died, but just a few days afterwards, TNT brought their team, Shaquille and Barkley and Reggie Miller and Kenny Smith and Ernie Johnson. And they brought these guys and they set up at midcourt at Crypto.com. Back then it was Staples. And Jerry West, who had this relationship with Kobe, it wasn't that he just got him because he was a good ball player. He had him in his house. They were like close friends. Jerry West's son was driving Kobe around town. They were like, BFFs, these two.
Yeah.
And so when
he's in a pod, actually.
Yeah. And so when Jerry was on that TNT special about Kobe, here he was, an 82-year-old man at the time. Today he dies at 86, but he was an 82-year-old guy and could not really keep it together. He was that emotional, as you can imagine. It was raw. It was just a couple of days. But give us a little bit of this, DeAndre. What are we about to hear from Jerry West that day?
About to hear him talk about Kobe and how the whole process was of recruiting him on the Lakers and, trying to get him on there.
All right, let's take a listen.
It wasn't like this was some great discovery because people knew who he was. At that time, it wasn't in vogue to take 17-year-old kids. And we were having a workout, and his agent, Arn Tellem, and I have been longtime friends. And he said, he wants to come and work out with some of these players that were going to be higher taken in a draft. Everyone thought.
Pause it for 1 second. Just pause it for 1 second. You wait till you're about to hear what he says.
Yeah.
Remember, Kobe's 17. He is not in the NBA yet. He's in LA, and he wants to work out against some of the other draft potential guys.
Yeah.
Listen to what Jerry West decides to do for Kobe Bryant that day. Listen to this.
And he goes there, and I watched this, 17 years old, and I said to myself, this is ridiculous. These kids don't even belong here. And they were 3-4 years in college. And I said, this is a waste because I hope we don't have to draft one of those guys. When the process is a young man sitting beside me here that also figured into this plan. And so, again, Kobe Bryant, through his agent, they were trying to direct him here to us. And our big prize, the showcase of our franchise, was going to be Shaquille O'Neal. If we could convince him to come here. At that point in time, you could not communicate because of leagues in negotiation with the players and this lockout. So Kobe wanted to come back again and work out for us, and so Arn called me and said he's been in town here and he wants to work out.
Listen to who he hasn't worked out
Michael
against.
Cooper in.
Michael Cooper.
I think some of you people know who Michael Cooper is, one of the great defenders we've had in our league. And so we wanted him to play around with Kobe Bryant and see what it looked like. Well, after 10 minutes, I said, stop this, okay? He was embarrassing Michael, and I told Michael,
right there. Stop. Kobe Bryant, 17 years old, was embarrassing Michael Cooper. What Jerry says here, and you can just play the last 10 seconds, he actually tells Michael Cooper, boy, I tell you what, good thing you retired. Because he's out there embarrassing you. Play the rest of that.
Man, you retired soon enough. And that was the genesis of it.
Yeah, that's good. Because he's embarrassing.
After 10 minutes.
17-year-old Kobe Bryant,
wow.
10 minutes in against Michael Cooper. All right, stop the workout.
Yeah.
This kid is embarrassing you.
Wow.
That's it. I've seen everything I need to see.
In 10 minutes.
I know.
Unbelievable.
And that's just it, is for a lot of people today, especially younger people they don't know Jerry West's playing career. He was long before our time, right? They know the name because of all the championships as an executive. They know the history. But a lot of people, younger people, will associate Jerry West bringing Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal and those Phil Jackson and those championship teams to the Lakers. And that's what younger people will remember. And to hear an 82-year-old Jerry West at that time who can't even keep it together as he's telling Kobe Bryant stories, very sad. And it's a sad day that Jerry West at 86 years old today died.
Just crazy. Why didn't he like Winning Time? I thought it was fascinating.
You didn't see the way he was portrayed?
I thought it was great. What's wrong with the way he was portrayed?
He was an angry guy, a super angry guy.
A guy who wanted to win. That's what I thought. That's what came across to me. Right? No?
No, I agree with you. I also was
it over the top? No?
I thought it was kind of over. I mean, I don't know Jerry West, but I mean, he was kind of like just screaming at everything.
Okay. Yeah, some of the scenes were a little over-exaggerated,
Great actor, though, that played him.
For a guy who's gone the 9 finals, was the MVP on a losing team in the finals? That's the guy I expected him to be. Over the top, crazy, wanting to win.
But he was pissed.
Yeah.
He was pissed.
Wanted to sue, right?
Yeah. He did not like the way he was portrayed.
How did they back him down on that one?
I don't know.
He just kind of let it go?
I don't know. But, don't forget, he also, and he talked about earlier, I played the soundbite earlier, he talked about mental health. He talked about being depressed. So, he might not have liked the way, he was being portrayed, and it really bothered him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know. What a day. What a crazy day.
Yes.
All right, everybody stick around because you know what? 2 dudes and 1 pod from the Circle of Trust. And if you know, you know, these guys are actually going to walk into the studio here in a matter of seconds. Am I talking Avner Gatt here?
Yes.
I am? Okay, great.
Yes, sir.
Hey, let me have one more chance here to tell you. Avner Gatt was in earlier. Avner Gatt is going to be giving out the Personality of the Year at the Mandy's 3. I hope you guys all have your tickets by now. And I'll just say this. If you have a problem and your homeowner's insurance doesn't want to take care of it, you call Avner Gatt. Avner Gatt takes care of it. You're good, man. Every month you pay that you probably have it on auto pay. You pay your homeowner's insurance. And by the way, homeowner's insurance is a whole pain in the ass. Getting it can be really, really hard, especially depending on where you live. Getting homeowner's insurance can be hard to get and it can be really expensive. So when you pay that homeowner's insurance policy every month, you expect that when you have an emergency, they come take care of you. Well, if they're not, that's when you call Avner Gatt. Avner Gatt and his entire team, they've been dealing with insurance companies for years. It's all they do. They've got every 5-star review on Yelp, Better Business Bureau, Google, to say that they're the best in class at what they do. So if you have this problem and you're going to try and deal with your homeowner's insurance company yourself, don't do that. You call Avner Gatt. 818-917-5256. 818-917-5256. Avner's probably stuck in traffic right now after leaving the station with his beautiful daughter, Adi. And you know what? When you call Avner and you call that number, he answers the phone himself. And just like DeMarco's 9-year-old daughter, when he answers the phone, you know what he says? Hello.
Remembering Jerry West all day today.
right, that's our final segment music, and we're going to turn things over here at 5:30. So in about 8 minutes, we're going to hand things over to NBA Finals Game 3. Dallas down 0-2, but they are home. DeMarco Farr is in studio. Got Funchy, got Lil D. And yeah, I'm going to hit this post. Now, I have just posted in the Sedano and Cap Circle of Trust a photograph, un fotografia, if you will, based on my taco tour last night. You know what I'm saying? And there are a couple of dudes in the studio here, other than you and me, DeMarco, and other than Funchy Leva and DeAndre. 2 dudes, 1 pod. You feel me?
I do.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Now, on the first year of the Mandy's, this guy sitting right to your right here, Crypto Ray, this guy was the 710 listener of the year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What's up, Crypto?
Hey, how we doing?
Come on, man.
Good, man.
How's it going?
Glad to be here.
Now, what are you doing here today?
Well, we're doing our pod, 2 Dudes, 1 Pod. For those of you who don't know what 2 Dudes, 1 Pod is.
Oh, I know what it is.
It's basically, we're P1s, right? And we love the station so much. So it's a show for the P1s, by the P1s.
That's right. That's right.
You know, we originally we're going to be we're going to reach out to the P1s, interview them, talk about that. Never in our wildest dreams did we think that we would be able to interview the host and do stuff like that and come to the studio. So today we interviewed Morales and Mason.
Wow.
So look for that to come out Friday and Tuesday.
Royalty. Yeah.
I love it. I
and,
love
you
it.
know, like we do the shorts and, Casper's fantastic editor, so they all come out pretty good.
Well, Casper V is here, and Casper, what's going on? Good looking.
Hey, man, long time no see. I think it was a few years ago. I was in here. We did the little rap, the little Cappy.
Yes.
Rap song
Yes.
and parody.
You guys rap together?
Oh, yeah. You didn't see it on MTV?
No, I didn't see it. No. Absolutely not. I missed that.
No, what was I'm trying to remember what that one was about, because I called Casper, I'm like, yo, let's go do a bit together.
2-sided fit had to ride just on time. Ride on time. Ride on time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember that
Cappy's
MTV.
back.
Yeah. Back again. Yeah.
Yeah.
And me and Casper shot a music video walking down Figueroa.
You're
Donuts being juggled.
I like it. Yes, sir.
Robles, under there. Yeah, it was an all ensemble going on for sure.
So the 2 Dudes, 1 Pod, I'm proud of you guys. I'm happy for you guys, because I think what I love so much about it is, like you said, Ray, it's a podcast that's by the listeners, essentially about the station and the people at the station.
Cool.
Like, I thought the Pepe Mantilla interview was great. I thought the Laura interview was great.
You interviewed Pepe?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
How old is he? Did you guys get that out of him yet?
Before we interview him, he had to sign this
an NDA.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Pepe.
Yeah,
okay,
so
all right. I like it.
We weren't able to. I got some people, some PIs out there. Maybe might get back to us.
Casper, I got to tell you, you're probably a leading candidate to be the listener of the year this year. Now, it's a write-in vote, and I do think you have stiff competition from Lil Cappy.
Oh, I mean, Lil Cappy keeps me up at night.
He does he?
I'm not counting sheep. I'm counting Lil Cappies just go over my head. Wow. Votes over my head.
Well, hey, but you're here on the station right now, so who knows? You might get all these votes from everybody who's listening.
In all honesty, Cap, I would love more than anything for people to go subscribe to our podcast. That would mean more than any. I would be honored to get the Listener of the Year award, but it would be more of an honor if because there's so many. Look, what Crypto and Ray and I were sharing was the community has grown so much. There are so many participants. There are so many great listeners. Jonathan Watson, Radio Michael,
Big
Danielle,
E.
Big E,
VP.
VP, man.
Yeah.
It's growing. David 100. I love your what was it? Celery.
David 100 today. David 100 today, because he found out that Funchy said that he thought celery soda was a Jewish thing, and so David 100 went to a bagel shop today. Found
A bagel
himself
shop.
A Dr. Brown. Wait, hold on. Here's the audio of David 100 going to a bagel shop today and finding a Dr. Brown's celery soda. Play it.
All right, COT. Good afternoon. I'm here at let's see, Bagel Boss, and I was told that People want to know how a celery soda tastes. Here we go. Let's see. I'm a little bit scared, but let's see how it goes. You know, it's actually not bad at all. It was worth the $2.35. All right, let's go, Funches. It's not a bad soda at all. Cheers.
Nice.
You hear that, Funch?
Sprite.
I like
You hear
it.
that? You got a little love.
It's like Sprite.
From David 100.
Wow.
So, okay, so how do you
Confirmed
suggest,
validity.
Casper, because we're getting ready to roll out of here, how do you suggest everybody subscribe to the two dudes, one
So
pod?
you just go to YouTube, you type in 2, number 2, dude, number 1, pod. And
Make sure you put pod.
pod,
Yeah,
yes.
okay,
yes,
go ahead.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it should pop right up, and if you're in any of the communities or whatnot, we always post things there, and but that's where you can find us on YouTube at 2, number 2, dude, and then number 1, pod.
Let me run something by you guys. Tell me what you guys think. I made my prize picks for tonight.
Oh, okay.
Are you guys playing prize picks at all? Are you guys playing? Come on,
You know what,
Cas.
Cappy? After taking out that second loan, because of all your, trying to support your picks, I might taken a little step back.
Okay.
A lot of my money goes into crypto, but I'll dabble in price picks.
Okay, well, tonight I got Kyrie Irving to go for more than 23.5 points. I've got Jason Tatum to go for less than 26.5 points. That's a DeMarco pick.
Yes.
I was going to say
Kyrie over is my pick, and Tatum under is my
Yep.
pick. Yeah.
Because usually you go over on everything.
Right. I've got Luka. I've got Luka for more than 32.5 points.
Gonna have to.
I've got PJ Washington to go for more than 2 free throws made.
That's a D pick.
That
That's a
D
little
is not
pick.
so sure about
Yeah,
because he
that's-
says he's a corner 3 shooter.
Yeah.
I've got Drew Holiday for more than 13.5 points, and I took Mookie Betts to kind of close it all out here to go for more than 9 with a hitter fantasy score. So that's
Okay.
my prize picks for the night. Download the prize picks app. Use my code CAPPY, KAPPY. They're going to match your first deposit 100% up to $100. And then you, me, and 5 million other people are all going to be playing prize picks. How about that? Hey, you guys got all your Mandy's tickets? Everything good?
Got all our Manny's tickets, got our fly outfits ready to go.
Crypto, how many people you bringing to the Mandy's?
Well, total of 44 plus me, 45. We got 5 tables. Did get a table for Radio Michael from the Mafia. He requested one, so he's got a few Mafia sprinkled in there. We see this merging of all the 3 communities.
Uh-oh.
So it's going to be a blast.
Wow.
A merging of all 3 communities at the Mandy's. Did you guys get hotel rooms at Commerce Casino that night?
I didn't, but there's several rooms being purchased.
I know Tommy has a room, so I might just crash with him and Little Cappy.
Okay, you, Tommy, and Little Cappy.
Imagine that picture, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
From San Diego got a room. It's a long drive. Yeah, there's quite a few rooms, so there'll be places to crash.
All right. Hey, 2 dudes, 1 pod. DeMarco, great job
Yes,
today.
sir.
Awesome work, Funchy. DeAndre is saying don't go yet. Tell me what the deal is, DeAndre. You tell me. Well, I was told 5:30, and I want to make sure that I really hit this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there's still. Oh, that's no problem. Oh, good. Well, then just tell me when, because I would keep talking to my guys here.
Who came up with the name?
That was
Honestly, when we were like brainstorming names, we were trying to find something that was simplistic and that wasn't really taken. So I
Yeah.
just used 2 dudes, 1 pod, and
That's stuck forever now.
Because
Yeah.
we were trying to go up the pea in a pod kind of a thing.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
2 peas in a pod.
We're 2 dudes, 1 pod. What could we name it? And
That's
then-
perfect. Yeah.
Now, and you guys are here today at 7:10 doing interviews with Morales and with Mason, but don't you guys usually do the 2 dudes and 1 pod podcast at
The Sunset Room in Hacienda, yes.
Yeah.
But of course, we want to always, you guys are here in Los Angeles. It's kind of hard to get out there. So, we traveled out this way. But yes, every Tuesday we do our.
You guys have a live studio audience?
Of 1. Usually
the bartender?
the one bar guy that comes in.
The barflies? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
By the way, I'm going to ask you guys to do one thing for me before we go. DeMarco here says you don't cut a burger in half. At the Sunset Room, they do cut the burger
They
in
do.
half.
Right.
And it's gas.
Without being told?
It's gas.
They just cut your burger in
Yeah,
half.
they do it.
They bring it out to you.
I said if it comes out cut, that's one thing.
Oh, that's
if
okay?
you cut it in front of me, check please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that is different.
See?
That is
Right.
different.
But it comes out so you can see it. Burger, cheese, pickles, lettuce, tomato, onions, Thousand Island. And then they put a layer of mayo down below her. I mean, it's just, it's so good.
That
man.
sounds so good.
If we let's say we interview DeMarco, we do it here. We do
Yeah.
it here. If you go to the Sunset Room, might be some drinks, some food.
Okay.
You get the burger.
Can they handle
Oh,
me in the
they
Sunset
have
Room?
vegan burgers there, too.
They have vegan burgers there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Can they handle me there?
Oh, yes, they can.
Can I
handle it.
order Hennessy, Funch? Just making sure.
Funch, what do you think, man? You get a little Hennessy?
He turned off his headset.
You know?
Yeah. Can I get Hennessy at the Sunset Room?
I'm pretty confident you can.
Okay,
You can
just
get
check.
Hennessy,
All
yes.
right.
He don't know.
He don't know.
Yeah. Funchy, can he get Hennessy?
Of course I could, man. Yes.
Proudly ordered it too.
Yes. With the burger.
With the burger.
With the burger cut in half.
Well, I do know that we have the softball event. Right?
Yes, that's
and
right.
That is
That's
near,
July 12th.
That is near the Sunset
Have you guys
Room.
picked teams yet?
We have not picked teams yet. Although
When does that start?
Beto and I decided we wanted to combine and we want to be on the same team.
Definitely.
Wait, hold on. Morales may have an opinion on
Here he
that. Hold
comes.
on. Here comes the boss. Who's not playing?
You have a chance to win at the Mandy's to play with us.
Oh, get out of here. No way.
all right.
The night of the Mandy's,
You
we're
hear
giving
that,
away. Is it
VP?
one roster spot? Or is it one on each team?
Maybe one or two.
Oh.
One or two.
You hear that, VP?
Nice.
We're going to take some
Yeah,
batting
but
practices.
That's a
bro.
great idea.
That is a
VP, we're
great
talking
idea.
to you, VP.
God, I don't know. Are there any Mandy's tickets left? Can people still? I mean, are there a couple remaining? There are a couple. I guess there's just a couple left over. So get in. $49 for the dinner and the two drinks. All right, listen. 2 dudes, 1 pod. Crypto Ray, Casper Villa. Great job, DeMarco. Great job, DeAndre. Thank you so much, Funchy Lova. Thank you, Christopher Arthur Morales. We are back tomorrow. Here comes the NBA Finals, Game 3. Peace out, everybody.
Go Mavericks.